Welcome in, everybody. This is Doors to Divinity, Chapter 1, Episode 12. Just quickly introduce, we got a new player today. His name is Shafe, one of our good friends. He is going to be playing a new character in our campaign. Okay, so I'll do a quick recap for us. Last time, you guys traveled to the matron city along the coast of the very vast ocean, which you discovered and learned from Stony Step, the village nearby, that there are these giant, colossal-sized sea monsters that live out there. But you haven't had any encounters with those monsters yet. You just kind of crossed over the island just off the coast, and you entered into this great whirlpool that takes you back down into the Underearth. Upon reaching the city, you entered the matron palace, and you were able to get an audience with the matron, who turned out to be the sole ruler of this city. And you quickly discovered that she was not what she appeared to be, though beautiful she seemed. She was actually a vampire lord or priestess of the city who rules over it in a tyranny. You drank blood wine, some of you contracted madness, and several of you are now in giggling fits, while I believe Fram believes himself to be the most awesome of anything and anyone known to live.
Not just to believe, bro, I really am.
Thankfully, nobody died. Gross luck. And you guys are now leaving the matron city, I think with plans to go to Stoneguard. You still have the Sunstone in your possession. Where are we going from here?
Shit, I need to do this.
Yeah, I think we're gonna explore the city a little bit and see if we can find a way out of here, because we don't even know how to leave.
This is true.
So that's probably our first order of business. But then, yeah, I think generally on our way to Stoneguard is what we want. So
Okay.
if there's a way to exit and head that way, that's what we're kind of looking for.
Okay.
Also, if we happen to make a detour and harvest some more mushrooms to sell at the market, that could be beneficial.
Okay. Well, as you leave the matron palace, I'd like, let's see, the four of you to go ahead and roll a perception check to see what's going on in the city around you. Okay. Fram and Rygg. Fram, you of course notice, right? You notice everything.
Of course I do. I'm the best at noticing.
Dongon kind of he like looks over, he sees you perk up. He's like, "Oh, what is it that you see?" And you kind of like look over towards the building, and they're just the buildings in front of you here. And there's a group of guards, and they seem to be kind of like overturning barrels and like searching through like various crates that are stacked up next to a lot of these stalls just outside the palace. And they're kind of accosting the vendor there. They're demanding, "Have you seen this woman?" And they're showing a picture of her.
Okay.
So Fram pulls out a picture of Punk. Have you seen this deity, bros? Forget the woman. Have you let Punk into your heart?
The drow guards throw up their hands and they say, "You need to step aside. We have not the time to deal with your foreigner affairs. Go on." He dismisses you.
Wait, are we still at that city?
You're in the city still.
Oh, okay.
With that perception check, you do notice that it's a middle-aged drow woman.
That's getting accosted?
No, that's sorry, that is on the poster like that they're looking for. Yeah.
Who's getting accosted?
The vendor at the stall. And they quickly move on to the next vendor. They start searching through, like, behind the tent. They're searching down the alleys. They're quickly moving down the street and out of the way.
I'm curious. I'm gonna go up to them and ask them. Now, who is this woman you're looking for, and why are you looking for her?
She is wanted by the Queen.
For what?
That is not your concern. Move aside.
Well, it could possibly aid in looking out for her. Like if she's wanted for piracy and I'm on the high seas, I'll be on more of a lookout. But if she's wanted for, mugging people in an alleyway, I'll be more on the lookout in an alleyway. It helps to know.
Very well, take this. And he hands you the poster.
Does it say anything besides just a portrait of her?
Yeah, it just says Marge.
Marge?
Wanted for the theft of shrooms.
Now, why are her eyes glowing so much?
That is because she's taken the shrooms.
How come none of the
Allegedly.
matron's eyes glow?
Yeah, can I have some that shroom? Looks nice. I want the glowing eye.
You would know that they do tend to glow. The Marge's
they
is
do, okay.
especially bright, and in a unsettling way, it does look slightly different than normal.
Do any of our party's eyes glow from the shrooms they've eaten, or is it too low level?
It's too low a level, and nothing quite this vibrant.
Okay. All right, well, we'll be on the lookout. Thank you.
Okay. The guards quickly move down the street. They're overturning crates. They're searching everything. Then you see, actually, down the opposite side, there's another group of guards doing the same thing. They've entered into a building. It appears to be a stonemason building, and they're searching everywhere. Guards are now scouring across the city. Which direction do you want to travel through the city next?
Let's go down towards the port, because I feel like that's where we'll be able to get information about how to go about getting out of here. We need a boat, I'm assuming, to get out of here. Doesn't really look like there's any other way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move you
How we
guys over
get
there.
here? We swim to here? I forgot.
You took a ferry.
We got sucked down too.
True.
But now we have to find a new way out. We don't even know where we're going at all. So we definitely need to find somebody who does know what they're doing.
As you make it to the
Okay.
beachhead, go ahead and roll another perception check.
Everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, red. 21.
You spot Marge sneaking in a crouch. She's moving towards a boat that's at the far end near that bluff that just kind of where the beach ends, basically, by the water, right around here. She's sneaking up onto this pier, and she appears to be moving across it to get into one of these tinier boats.
Does her picture look? Is there any parts of the picture that are different than her actual look?
Are there any parts of the picture that looks different than her look? As far as I know, that's what she looks like.
Well, the picture doesn't show the giant lizard tail, but aside from that, joking.
I'm gonna just kind of where is she? Over here?
Yeah.
Where are we?
You guys are moving
where are
along
you?
the beach. Yeah, there are no guards out here. They're still
And
scouring
what
the
about
city.
the Ibo and
Kibble and Dongon are with you.
okay.
Yeah, they're all there. I'll
I'm
huddle you
gonna-
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be like, guys, follow me. Let's see what this woman's up to. She might know a way out. I'm gonna approach her from behind and just hold up the wanted picture and be like, I say they did a pretty good likeness of you here, actually.
What? No, that's not me. Who are you? Get away from me. I don't know you. I'm a very powerful person. You don't want to mess with me. Kind of backs up a little bit, puts her hands up, a little defensive. A little spooked that 6 people just rolled up behind her as she's trying to sneak into a boat.
Roll perception for the 4 main characters.
Perception.
And Marge rolls stealth. So everybody sees the satchel that is, strapped across Marge's chest, and inside it's busting with a collection of magical mushrooms, which she clearly shouldn't have.
Do I notice that they eyeball these?
Yeah, you do.
I found these. I happen to be quite the mushroom picker. You know that everyone down here picks mushrooms in their free time.
Calm down. I think you're among friends here. And I show her like my pouch that's absolutely also bursting with mushrooms.
Friends don't exist down here in the Underdark.
I have like over 20 mushrooms. I have 13 blue buffalo caps, 2 tamp caps, 1 samu cap, and 3 of the caps that we don't know what they're called yet. So I have a good amount to show.
Marge, upon seeing that, gets visibly flushed. Like, you need to put those away right now. You have no idea how much danger you're in. Do you want to die?
Well, I'd say you're in a bit more danger than us. See, you're a wanted criminal. Nobody knows we have these except for a wanted criminal. And who's gonna believe you?
You don't even know me. Post is not me anyways. You can't tell us apart. There's 100 other women in this city that look just like that.
I found
Besides,
you.
I wouldn't have my hair that tacky.
We stumbled across you only 20 minutes after realizing you were even a criminal.
Why, I declare.
I reckon you probably need our help just as much as we need yours here. Now, we're trying to get a way out of here, and we're on our way to Stoneguard. Do you happen to know a way out? Being a drow yourself, I assume you're familiar with this area.
Why, I might be. But I still don't know much about you guys. I mean, you just walked up here. You expect me to just walk off with the first group of men that come by and ask if I need some help? Please, I'm not 25 anymore.
That, or we could take your mushrooms and then scream to the gods that you're over here and collect the bounty on your head.
Well, let's not be hasty here. Like you said, you guys are tourists around here. You don't know your way around here from left to right. If you keep going, you're gonna walk right back into those guards, and they're gonna see those mushrooms, and they're gonna take you in. And I don't know if you've met the queen around here, but she's a little bit of a bitch.
Actually, we just had an audience with her, and I could agree. Although
And
I
you
don't
survived?
we survived, but we're not unscathed as a party. But perhaps you see why I'm suggesting we work together here. We are both in a bit of danger, and we should both get out of here as quickly as possible.
Well, if you did manage to live past her and all of her freaky powers that she has, then I suppose we could maybe do some business. But hi there, I'm Marge. And what are your names? Who are you? And who are you, the big strong one?
My name's Kamaji. We all just yell at once.
I'm unstoppable!
Dongon walks up to you and extends his hand with a very formal shake. Well, hello, I'm Dongon, and I'm trying to procure a bunch of mushrooms in order to start Arcanum University. It's actually why I followed these gentlemen down here. And I'm Kibble!
Lofty goals you have. And when Marge takes his hand for the handshake, instead of like fully grabbing it, she just grabs like the end of the fingers and like goes up and down, like.
Okay. After you do that,
just like careful not to touch too much.
Kibble walks up and he goes,
And I'm Kibble, but according to the traditions of Ponk, we should really give hugs around here. Right, Fram?
That's so true, brothers. Bring it in.
And Kibble just gives you a
thanks.
huge...
I don't touch. Oh my god.
Sorry. What do I do in a situation like this, Fram?
I'm just a little bit. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. You see, like I don't like people touching me, and especially little short things like you.
I'm not good with taking immense rejection. Okay, this is really harmful to my self-esteem.
Well, according to my god, us being this far apart is the ultimate form of respect. So I really appreciate this, and this is doing the best you can, sweetie. Okay.
You mean Mother Myrna?
Sure, yeah, Mother Myrna. That sounds fine.
Sometimes, little friend, a hug that can only be had from far away. You can still feel
Yeah.
Punk's love flowing between the two bodies. I can
Oh,
feel
I
Punk's
totally
love
feel
flowing
it.
between me and this woman. Yeah. Move
Okay.
on, bro.
Yeah.
So I just move on.
Yeah,
I
Just
feel
air
all
hug.
this. It's great. Yep, air hug 1, 2. That's nice.
And
Kamaji
my
just
name's
kind of.
Rygg, and it's really nice to have another non-human in this party. And I also am not fond of touching, so I won't even try.
he like kind of raises his hand, and then really quickly lowers it and like brushes it off on his pants.
Um, I hope this is a respectful distance. I can take a step back if you want.
Oh no, I like you. You can get as close as you want, sweetie.
That's about as close as I want to get for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like while that whole like Gruzlock, Fram, Kibble introduction was going on, like Kamaji kind of nudges Rygg and is like, someone who's kind of like just gives a nod, like somebody who's kind of sane maybe, and not a punk fanatic. Like this could be good. And
It would be
when
a
it comes
progression change of pace.
when it comes time for Kamaji to like introduce himself to Marge, he just says, "My name's Kamaji. Pleasure to meet you," and just gives her a nod.
I'm gonna hug
bold
everyone.
one, aren't you? Respect. Just don't get in my way, okay?
I'm gonna hug everyone in the same time. Everyone, every single one, just hug them together. Come on, guys!
Oh God, not again!
It's a very serious moment. So what would you be doing?
Everybody who's cursed.
Is
would be
you
like,
saying
yeah.
you are you talking to me? If it's a very serious moment, I will keep laughing.
Yeah.
I'm Joker now.
A
Guys, this
serious
is so
moment.
good.
I made this happen.
Let's go.
This is all my
Oh
doing.
my God! You guys just have too much laughter and fun here. It's not right. It doesn't
Wait,
feel
you-
good.
No. You know what? I want to hug every single one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every 6 of them. So I need to become huge drum bowman to do that.
Okay. Dongon just starts giggling.
Oh my God, Get your ass here.
Oh boy.
Kamaji's gonna use acrobatics to try and break free of the grapple.
Oh, I use athletic to stop you.
Roll a perception check while you're doing that.
Shit, I will.
Is that for everyone or
Yeah.
just?
Everybody.
I got out of the grapple.
Yeah, you got up.
Nat 20.
Oh shit.
Okay. So you guys look over. You'd be looking towards, like up the beach, head towards the wall, and you see the guards. They're actually now marching at a quick pace along the wall, and many of them are looking out and scanning the beachhead. I'm just gonna roll real quick to see if they can pinpoint you.
Where are they?
They do have
Beach.
advantage. They get a 14, and they're gonna spot Fram.
Friend, not me.
Or sorry, go ahead and roll stealth for me too.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna spot Fram.
They're gonna spot Fram.
They're gonna spot me.
They're gonna spot everybody.
It's just Marge that really matters, but that they spot Marge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
I did roll a 20 on my perception, not 20 on my perception check, though.
I mean, if you think about it, there is a giant boar man hugging everyone. If they're gonna spot someone, probably the giant boar man.
Yeah, they spot the group and then they locate Marge among the group. And they begin to
Right,
point
they got
and
good
shout.
eye.
They just begin to point and shout at the distance, and you start to see them like running along the wall to get to the exit in order to get down to the beach to come after you.
I don't want to be that guy, but we should probably get out of here.
How many guards is
Yeah,
it?
we gotta go.
It's a group of 8 guards.
I'm stronger than all those guards put together, bros. It's alright. I got Punk's love flowing through me. You know, I'm starting to feel like Punk chose me for this.
Marge,
Like I can feel him.
This god's coming after us. Oh my gosh.
This city's got hundreds of more guards. We need to get out of here now.
Let's go kick some ass.
How do we get out of here, Marge? Ignore them. They'll follow my lead.
Out of character, I would assume a boat would be the best way, right? To get
Yeah,
out of here.
we're gonna
I
say
would
that
think I would know that.
you're going to take the
Or
boat.
do I know? Do I know any secret passages nearby?
You do, because I believe, if I remember correctly, you have spent time above on the surface, right, and on the over Earth. So you're going to take that boat, and you're going to go down the Black Run Delta over here at the corner of the map. You're going to bank that boat against the wall. There is a passageway in the stone that leads back up to a smaller village outside of Stony Step. It's more like just like a couple houses. It's a place that you have spent significant time at before.
Come on, guys. Here, we're gonna go ahead and just take one of these here friendly fishing vessels and head down this river. I know a place we can go.
Luckily, we're pretty much all trained sailors, so this should be fine.
Wait, are we?
I mean, we all grew up in a fishing village.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to go ahead and let's see.
Although we're not accustomed to bigger vessels, so it could be difficult with like a larger vessel. But for smaller boats, we should be pretty comfortable.
Let's go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics in order to do your ship checks. You guys are just going to be, it's going to be a group check, working together.
Of
on
course,
this.
athletic! And
Nice.
now I'm Giant Borman, so I got advantage.
Yeesh.
Rah!
I crit failed.
Fine.
Okay, you crit failed. You
Right.
trip getting into the boat, and your satchel opens up, and one of the mushrooms begins to tumble out of it, and your eyes go wide because this is the most powerful of the ones that you'd stolen. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
No.
It tumbles into the water, and you're seeing it now, like kind of falling below the dark, murky water. You have a chance to grab it, but you see several guards at the wall notching arrows and about to shoot. They're going to be shooting with disadvantage because you would know that they are at a considerable distance from you, I believe. But let me actually confirm that.
Can I try to like help him,
Yeah,
or like
they're
try
exposed.
to stab it with my rapier? Like I feel like a rapier is like the perfect thing to try and stab at a mushroom underwater.
Sure, yeah, roll to hit.
So yeah, I'll use my turn to yell, grab that mushroom!
Graham is gonna cast Mage Hand in the water
Ask for
and try to
assistance.
grab it.
Okay, so Kamaji stabs it, brings his saber out of the water, and the mage hand comes over and takes it off. Just like you're taking a mushroom off a kebab. You now have it in the
Alright.
mage hand.
You guys got it?
Because
I
you
need
took the
roll
time
anything.
to do this, there are going to be a volley of arrows that are going to be shooting towards you. 2 arrows. So it'd be 8 arrows. How many people here?
I gotta block the arrow for everyone. That's
Okay, so
huge.
8 arrows are coming towards you. Let's see what happens. Okay, so one's going to hit. Only one of the
You tried
arrows
to kill
hits.
me.
It would also be disadvantaged, but I can't roll it, so I'm just gonna keep
I
it
feel like
that.
it would be better as just like a dex saving throw, right? Like dodging
Wait,
a
what?
volley of arrows.
Why is it this?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it-
true.
yeah,
That's
you-
true. Why don't you do a dex saving throw? That's a good suggestion.
I'm also not sure that he can really block arrows from all of us. Probably
Yeah.
2 of us, maybe.
Dex
I'm
saving
assuming I'm
throw,
still,
16.
since I fell down, I'm assuming I'm still like laying on the deck prone, right?
Yeah, you're about to get up. You know, you're kind of
Yeah.
We should
pick yourself
we should
up.
probably all just roll it. It's a volley of arrows.
Sure,
It's-
let's do it.
yeah, I don't
I'll
think
say
he's gonna
that
be
if-
able to shield us.
I'll tell you what. He'll
Nat 20
block.
for Rygg.
He'll block Kibble and Dongon. That'll make it simpler
Nice.
for me.
Okay. I can accept that.
They don't hit you, Gruzlock, but you save Kibble and Dongon from having to roll for 2.
Nice.
We'll say 3 arrows. So that's going to leave 5 left. And then we'll go to Kamaji. You dodge the arrow. Rygg, you're going to dodge 2. And then Fram and Marge are both going to get hit with 1.
Ugh.
Let's see. It's a D8 for a longbow, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So Fram, you're going to take 8 piercing damage, and Marge, you're going to take 2 piercing damage.
Those are usually plus their dex.
That's true. So it'll be 11 total. Okay. Now you guys have the opportunity to get on that boat. You have the mushrooms intact. You hop onto the fishing vessel. It's large enough. We're going to actually take this one right down here. It's a little bit bigger. And you guys are going to be able to get away. As the boat sails off, you get out of reach of the longbows, and you guys are going to make it down to this passage. As promised, Marge does deliver. There is a passageway leading back to the Overearth, and you're going to make it back to Stony Step within about 6 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, now we have a boat. Might as well just sail this bitch right to Stoneguard, right?
I guess I should say you make it back to the island, and then you'll take a day to travel back to Stony Step, because I think we did travel by ferry, right?
Yeah, but what if we don't want to go back to Stony Step?
Yeah, then you just leave.
Yeah,
could-
let's just sail close to the coast, and like right up to Stony Step, or to Stoneguard rather.
Okay. Well, the river
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's right, because we were just going to ask her to help us, and then since she won't, I don't think we go back.
And the river
help,
doesn't.
help her sisters.
Right, and the river doesn't flow up to the Overearth. Is the problem? You take like a mushroom path up to the top, but these are not magical mushrooms. They're just like a ladder of special conchs that grow along the earthen wall.
Oh wait, so we don't have the ship anymore.
You don't have the ship. You just take it to a passageway that you take to go back to the
Oh, that'd be-
Overearth.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we wouldn't. It'd be hard to get a ship up.
Right, it would.
Yeah.
On the point
Okay.
of one of my mushrooms that fell out of the most powerful mushroom that was grabbed by the mage hand, was that returned to me?
It was,
Yeah,
and I'm going to go ahead and...
Kamaji
would definitely return
Well,
it. He wouldn't take it.
Well, the mage hand was Fram's.
I think it might be safer if I hold on to this, bros. I'm probably the smartest, most capable one of all of us.
Dongun starts giggling
wait.
again.
Come
I
on,
I really appreciate it if I could get that back. You don't know what horrible things I had to do for those mushrooms. I do really appreciate you grabbing it for me, but you don't know the power that you're holding there.
Kamaji also just goes,
Whatever the power is, it can't be as good as the power of Punk, bro.
Fram, you've been cursed by a evil vampire lady. You need to give that mushroom back.
I need that mushroom to stop her.
Stop the
Because
vampire
it's
Out
lady.
of control.
Fram, give our new friend their mushroom back, please.
I look at the mushroom, and I think about it. Like I open my mouth, like I'm almost going to eat it.
You can roll a wisdom saving
if you're
throw.
about to, I'm going to use charm. Where do I have it? I think you would know about it though, but still, I'll definitely try to use it.
Let's roll the
Charm-
wisdom saving throw first to see whether or not you can resist the urge to consume it. And then if you can't, we'll let Shafe do his choice of action.
All right.
Yeah, just a lesser charm.
You cannot resist it. So what do you want to do, Shafe?
Holy shit.
I mean,
I tried to
Marge.
I'm going to do use a lesser charm, which they have to perform a minor favor for me. It's just a level 1 lesser charm spell, but it's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So Eric,
Alright.
you're gonna. Oh gosh, keep calling by your names.
And-
Fram, you're gonna
Okay,
roll
wait.
this with advantage because you have madness.
15.
I probably won't trying to help.
It's like a hit
Joker
DC
now.
of 14, so I guess you would have resisted that then.
The madness is too much. You really do believe that you're entitled to this.
Hey.
Can I
What
physically
Punk
step
would
in
want.
to like just snatch it out of his hand with a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, you and
Rygg is
Grozlock.
also gonna step in as well. All three of us, I guess.
Okay. So you can each try
I'm
one
gonna
thing.
stabbing too, but just I want to eat a mushroom too.
You're gonna stab
Mar-
him?
Marge
no,
was gonna try to physically
stabbing,
take it back.
stabbing.
So Marge is not physically trying to take it back. The
No,
charm
no.
spell would be
Hey.
as close as an attempt that
And Rygg's just gonna try to slap it out
Okay.
of his hand.
Remember,
Trying a different
So
approach.
let's do
I'm
it one. Let's do it one at a time. Let's go Kamaji first, and then we'll
Okay.
go Rygg, and then we'll go Grozlock. Kamaji, okay, sleight of hand. Fram, you're going to have to roll a sleight of hand as well. If it fails, Kamaji is able to snatch it from you.
I immediately just give it back to Marge.
Okay.
Can I try to grab the mushroom?
And I'm just like, look at Fram, and I'm just like, now what in the heck? What has gotten into everybody? This is just, this is. I just keep shaking my head. I don't even speechless, and I just look at Rygg like, help! Like, what's going on right now?
We gotta drive him crazy now.
So was the mushroom returned then, or was there another?
It was
parlay?
returned.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much. You have no idea.
Net 20! I rolled a net 20 S-Leg! I tried to grab the mushroom.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you're trying to take it from Kamaji before he can hand it over back to Marge. So I need
transfer.
Yes.
Yeah. So I need Kamaji to roll another sleight of hand check.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's high, but it's not enough.
Against my teammate, what the hell?
Gruzlock just grabs your forearm and he just takes it out with his other hand. And then what? Do you want to eat it?
You know what? Actually, let's make
You can do a wisdom
intelligence
saving.
savings. Oh,
A wisdom saving
okay.
throw. Yeah.
I said, once again, I would try to
Oh.
use another lesser charm on Gruzlock than given the
What'd you
opportunity.
say?
Okay, go ahead and yeah.
It's just a cantrip, so.
Wait.
Well, let's see, because
So
this
this-
is each person gets to go once. So this is
Okay.
like happening with a span of 6 seconds. The only person that hasn't gone yet would be Rygg.
Yeah, and Rygg was gonna try to knock it out of Ram's hand, but now that it's changed, he's not. But so
It's like hot
he's
potato.
so yeah. So much now it's in Kamaji's hand, which is in Gruzlock's hand.
Okay.
Basically, Gruzlock snatched it from me and is maybe gonna try to eat it. If Gruzlock doesn't eat it, I don't care. But if he eats it, like, someone should try to take it from him because he's like the worst person to eat it because he doesn't not even gonna have any spells.
He wants to eat it with the 12.
Well,
yeah.
if I eat it, I got glowing eye, right?
So
I don't need
Yeah.
spell. I just need my eye glowing.
Rygg, what do you want to do?
Gruzlock, yeah. Let's listen closely. I need you to hand that over. It's not going to do you any good, but it might help me out.
You want this?
Are you?
You want this?
Oh, that's good because you're appealing to somebody that's like in the party. Like, whereas like Marge is new and he took it from Marge. Like, I feel like that's good. You're appealing to Gruzlock's inner loyalty.
Yeah, the problem is if it's a normal Gridlock won't even do this. But now I'm Joker. Now I got managed.
It's not that you like want to like eat shit or anything. You just find serious situations funny.
So
You probably find
Rygg
it hilarious.
What is
Rygg
Rygg?
takes his pouch and Rygg takes his pouch and opens it.
Gruzlock, now, I bet you can't throw that mushroom into this pouch. Double dog dare you to toss it over. I don't think you got it in you.
Oh, that's smart. Okay. Do I need to make any like wisdom saving throw?
So
Or
yeah,
intelligence saving throw?
it's going to be a contested check. It sounds like it's not really persuasion. It's kind of an type of intimidation almost. I think it would fall under that.
I'm just challenging him. I'm just saying you can't do it. Yeah.
You need. Oh, you cut out, Eric.
So I
Sorry.
think that's if any. I'm just saying I don't think you can pull this off. So like,
What were you thinking to roll then?
I don't know. I'm equally bad at all the things that it would be. Persuasion, I guess.
Well, how about I make an intelligence saving throw to see if he can trick me? If I fail, he tricked me. Probably
He's got. You'll have to roll
wisdom.
Yeah, it'd be more wisdom.
More wisdom than intelligence.
I think you got to roll persuasion or intimidation though, Rygg.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my luck.
Okay.
I'm gonna use luck.
Oh,
I got another nat 1.
Performance.
This is happening. Okay, so
Oh gosh.
I guess roll because maybe you get a nat 1 as well, but roll wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Or sorry, Yeah, it's fine.
Not
Okay,
water, but
okay, you're
He's
gonna
gonna-
eat
he's
it.
gonna eat
You're
our
gonna
most
eat it. I
valuable
can't help you
resource.
anymore.
So Fram is going to use the cutting words.
Because Fram hasn't gone
So I
yet,
get
right?
to roll a d6 and subtract. Yeah, I get to
Okay.
roll a d6 and subtract it. If it's high enough, this could lower it, but
Oh my
it's
gosh.
very unlikely.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
that's
not what
funny.
Corn will want, bro. It's not what Punk will want.
Oh my god,
And
you
it's
rolled a
enough.
zero.
You rolled a 0. You actually lost to a nat 1.
It's crazy. I'm gonna say that the mushroom rips in half. Each of you get a half of it, and it's gonna reduce the effect slightly.
Well, the thing was we were trying to convince him to throw it into the bag.
Right.
And,
Okay.
and so this
So
would
then
now
he'll throw it.
I would,
Okay.
That's funny. Wow,
Okay.
that's an interesting use of cutting words to get him to a 0.
Yep.
He literally rolled a 0.
Oh shit! So now I got convinced.
So you throw it.
You got convinced, yeah.
Okay. So I need to throw it
That's
with what?
nice.
Acrobatic or
I like to
athletic?
imagine there. Then like Greg was like, "Here, you got to throw it into this bag," and then drop the bag so it's on the ground. And then Greg's like, "Brr," and then just like drops it on the ground in the bag. What? How was this a challenge? What the hell?
Yeah. Do I need to roll anything to throw it? Athletic.
I mean, it's
How
like
did that work?
it's a simple check. You're standing right next to him, so it's very easy to do. Just roll dexterity, not a saving throw,
Okay.
just a regular check. If you'd have to,
Okay.
yeah, just roll it.
Whoa! What the hell?
You hook shot
What's
it.
going on?
You hook shot
I
it
just-
over your head.
Jump it! Yeah, I got it!
It's in the
Yeah,
bag.
you got it!
Is this a mushroom
well done.
that we do not
You
recognize?
proved me wrong.
It looks like the other one you've not identified yet.
Okay, so it's a.
I was
yeah,
like,
so
you
it's-
sure proved me
it's a
wrong.
good
You definitely threw it into
level
that
3.
bag.
Yep.
Wow. That was impressive.
And then I walk over to
Oh,
Marge
oh,
and
yeah.
I
Marge is just like
hand it over.
standing there, like crying. Like, "Oh, what's going on? These people are insane.
Yeah, everybody here is insane.
What have I
but,
gotten myself into? Oh, you stupid Marge! You do this every single time."
They might be insane, but they mean well. It's more than I can say for most of the city folk I've come across. You can do worse than these people, no matter how crazy they are.
I'm not
handed
not
them a
sure
gun
they
and I
all
crossed-
even mean well anymore, to be honest.
And
And I
Marge
could-
is like, "Thank you so much," with tears streaming. "You have no idea how much this means to me. I went through so much to get this. Oh, thank you."
Oh
In
my
my
God.
experience, the safest place for that mushroom is in your stomach, and you should eat it right now.
Yeah,
But I don't know what's gonna happen.
We
I mean,
have
for
done
all I
some
know, this thing's gonna kill me.
No, you'll be safe. We already
I've
have
already
eaten.
like it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're handing the bag over, Fram?
Just the mushroom. It's
Okay.
Rygg's bag. He just returned the mushroom to Marge because he's not insane.
Okay. Oh, Rygg, right. Okay, so since Rygg's returning it, do you want to eat it?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I should.
They're trying to
I mean,
convince you
I
to.
ate it, and
Yeah, I
I
would.
ate it, and I'm fine. It's really up to you. It's your mushroom, but when I had mine, it unlocked some powers.
Yeah,
Well-
just eat it, or I will eat it.
And
I
on
want
that
glowing
note,
eye.
like when Grezlock says, "When I'll eat it," Marge goes, "Oh," shoves the whole thing just right in her mouth, which is too big of just a small petite drow. It's tough to eat all that in one go.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a pretty good sized mushroom.
Yeah, and if it's okay, I'm going to say that you've had like a very like a less powerful species,
Yeah.
but you just haven't had this powerful one yet. So when you consume this, you have heard personally that these are called con death caps. It's just a short name for the mushroom. They're supposed to be have a higher mutation chance. I believe this is information you would know, and according to your sources, mutation chances affect the genetics of your physiology and could lead to children of yours or offspring having magical abilities just inherited. to you.
So that was like basically everything we thought confirmed.
Yes.
For sure.
So this is
What
something
was the name
Marge
of those again? These
con
ones?
death caps. CON dash death and then caps. I'll put them in the Discord later.
I got
for
it.
you. So go ahead and roll a D100 to see if this affects your genetics.
How do I? Oh, actually, I lied. I found out. Am I not doing that right?
Let's see, the very bottom, you'll see like the little D20. You just click the D100 once, and then you click roll.
Oh, that's where I'm doing it. Okay. 40.
It does not have that effect, but you do feel the power surge within you, and you have unlocked the ability to attain level 3 spell slots. And everything else before that, too. So it's like it's a threshold. Now,
We didn't. That's new information.
Yep. Now you still have
it's
to.
Awful. It tasted gross, but I feel like I feel like my magics, my power makes more sense to me now.
Your
so confused
eyes.
before, but it's all just coming to me now.
Your eyes
Look,
brighten, like very vibrant, and like when everybody looks at you, it's a bit startling and somewhat disturbing. I mean, just how bright they are.
Marge is like seems to be in a trance and turns towards the sea and just seems to look out at the sea, kind of like lost in wonder, taking in too many things, like that Charlie meme where all the stuff's going across the screen. It's like, whoa, shit's being figured out, but staring out into the sea.
Roll a religion check.
Oof.
every single one, or just...
I skipped Sunday school.
You hear the waves lapping against the hull of the boat. You could smell the fresh salt, but you don't hear the voice of your deity. Your deity is what we call lesser deity. It is under the umbrella of Mother Myrna, but it is a new deity for this campaign. Okay, as you guys kind of continue on, you are now, I guess you wouldn't be, this was in the boat, right, happening? So now we're in the passage traveling up back to the Overearth. So if you can just go ahead and deduct 1 ration from your pack, that would be awesome. If you don't know how to
I gave
do,
myself
a long rest?
10 on just for starters. I felt like I was a decent number.
yeah, that's
Is that cool?
perfect. Yep.
While we're like traveling too, I do want to talk to Marge a bit about like if they've had time on the Overearth and like have they ever been to Stoneguard? That kind of stuff. Like, are people gonna be like freaking out because there's a drow? Because like,
No, typically when Marge would be on the Overearth, Marge would try to travel in as much secrecy as possible, try to keep to themselves, and it was more of just like for trading runs and getting supplies and such. Marge reveals in the last 100 years they've spent just at that drow city, kind of almost like in a servitude sort of status, where they've been working underneath the Vampire Queen, doing various jobs that they've never been that happy to be doing, but they've been working with some. I've got very special friends who come by and visit me from time to time. They're friends of mine that just help me get some stuff from time to time, and they've been helping me acquire a few things here and there. But I can't give any more information on them than that.
have you ever been to Stoneguard?
I don't know if I would have been to Stoneguard.
It's a huge dwarven city, and it is to the west. It's up to you if you will have wanted to visit it there.
No.
Okay. Alrighty.
No, I'm not. I haven't done a lot of work with dwarves. They tend to not be a big fan of me. They see my skin and then they start giving me all these suggestions on healthcare routines and ointments, and I'm just like, get out of here. You spend all your time underground too. Just, you don't know what you're talking about.
We had most of us have spent most of our time in a very small village south of here, and personally had never seen a drow before we went down to the Underdark, but I'm curious if a city as big as Stoneguard, if there will be other drow about or not. But
Well, us drow are just lovely folk who just happen to be everywhere, so I can't wait to see if we have any more there. You get the idea that Marge isn't a big fan of being a drow, and it's not like the highlight of their existence.
not to be insensitive, but perhaps you should keep your hood up until we know more about where we're headed.
Oh, I was planning on it, sweetie. Don't you worry. Puts up a very thick hood, comes down with a little bit of a lapel on the way down, so you really just see some ominous eyes poking through in the silver hair.
Marge is like that.
Is a little bit of a lighter complexion drow than like a super dark drow, but if it was super bright outside, it wouldn't be she wouldn't look that awkward.
Marge is like that hip aunt that sneaks you weed or something.
Yeah.
When you're in high school.
As long as you promise me you don't drive after taking any of this stuff and you have a safe place, then you guys have fun. And rather you experience it that way than, go out and do something stupid.
Okay, so you guys have made it back to the Overearth. You're free and clear of the Underearth and the Vampire Queen and all of her guards. Where are we going?
We don't have any we don't work for her, right? We don't have any.
You did not manage. No, you did not manage to get a deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm currently running away from her.
Yeah, we're just on our way to Stoneguard to deal with Sunstone stuff and
the madness.
and get Dawn gone there for the Arcanum University, and also maybe try and sell some mushrooms.
I will say that the Vampire Queen was not a big fan of Gruzlock diplomacy.
No, we know that. We definitely know that.
But I'm a big fan. Okay. Here is our map, our world map.
Wait, are we going to Stoneguard? Can we so are we just give up helping the Dongar?
Dongon? Or the Durgar?
Rivers Crossing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how else to help them other than maybe we can find somebody to help them in Stoneguard, but I don't think they're even going to want to help.
Yeah,
but we don't really have any. What are we gonna do? It's like an army. we're a bunch of level 4 adventurers. We can't do shit.
The one thing we tried backfired.
Yeah.
Now everyone besides 2 of us are insane.
Yep. And also we notified an enemy basically that's gonna be waiting. Even if they are victorious, there will be somebody else ready to pounce on them next.
Sounds like we need to figure out what to do with these mushrooms and find a way to make them work a little harder for us.
That's the idea.
Tap into their power.
Okay. Since you guys are traveling to Stoneguard, it is going to be 4 days journey. So you're going to have to deduct 4 more rations from your pack.
Oh, shit. I think I forgot the... Oh, no. 4 ration? Okay.
Awesome. If you don't have the 4 rations, you can attempt a survival check. If you fail, though...
I gotta do a survival check for foraging.
Sure. Yeah, you can do it. Let's have one person roll survival 4 times. 1 for each day.
Okay. I will just roll. I got the best survival, right?
Okay.
Plus 5.
3 more times. And then if somebody wants to put the plant parts in the document, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm pulling.
Today, my roll is pretty good. Okay, 4 times.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm here. I'll take all those bad rolls away from you. All the bad dice get sucked my way.
My best roll always against my teammate.
Yeah.
All right, where are we? We're
You're in the hex with where the stony step is.
Ruins Wilderness.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for the the
What?
survival check.
Someone wanna? What was the first roll?
First roll, it's 19, and second is 24.
Hold on, that's gonna take me a second. Just the first roll.
Okay.
19.
So I'd like to imagine that while we've been doing this like multi-day travel, Marge has been like growing a little more comfortable with her new cohorts and compatriots. I shared the story of how Greslock, took the queen and he pinned her up against the wall, and she was elated to hear that. And with hearing what of your adventures and the things you guys have been up to, she's allowed the stock of her mushrooms to be shared with the group of what she had remaining. And it's like I think you guys have a good idea with these mushrooms. I'm not sure if we're on the same path forever, but I know for now this is a good place for me to be, and we can really learn how to use these mushrooms more. And I'm liking where you guys are going with that.
I know nothing
I would say
about
that if there's any
mushroom.
more of the level 3 ones, that Rygg and Fram both have one. I don't remember if we've unlocked level 3 yet or not, but if we haven't, I think we would.
I don't think you've eaten that.
I
one
think
yet.
I think I actually had one to unlock the cantrip, but I got no
Yeah, you did.
cantrip.
You had the cantrip one, yeah.
So you've unlocked cantrips, but you don't have them. So
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
any cantrip.
Yeah.
Can I have any
And
cantrip?
got to level up.
And
into
we're not
that
high enough
class.
level to have level 3 yet, but I would say that Rygg and Fram would both eat those if there's any left.
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
you already did. Or what did you eat? Because I definitely had some. I had more than what I have, and I crossed some out.
Yeah.
You can see. I know at least. I'm pretty sure Fram at least ate one of these already. Because I definitely had 4 marked.
Yeah. I thought we did too, but I can't quite remember.
I remember is when friend just joined us and you share some the Kamaji share some mushroom to him because everyone got some.
Yeah, but
We also had some
Fram
mushrooms when we
also
were in
did
that.
one when he found it, like in that room. Like somebody ate one. I'm pretty sure it was Fram.
I think so. I think Fram did, but I remember that you guys did not eat the level 3 one yet.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Like I literally have it marked in my book as I had 4 and I crossed one out, and now it's 3.
I see.
Like I'm pretty sure Fram, right when we found them during that fight, ate those.
I think you guys did eat the
Wait.
regular ones. Yeah, I do recall that.
Wait, are you saying like when we fighting the Drowder and we found a little room, got a lot of mushroom there. He eat that
Yeah.
there? Oh.
All I know is I don't know who did it. I thought it was Fram, but somebody ate one of the level 3 ones. That's how we knew it was level 3, is because somebody ate it and unlocked it.
Pretty sure.
I don't
It would have been
remember.
Fram between my two characters.
Yeah,
Especially in,
I think it was Fram.
it's
Yeah,
not
in
me.
that case, then if
I
there's
mean, it
extras,
makes
Rygg is going
sense.
to eat one.
Yeah,
It'll be a
we
while
have.
before I get to level 3.
So you guys did
But-
eat one. Okay. I just remembered you guys
Yeah.
didn't, but I guess I remember it wrong. Okay.
I definitely have it written down that somebody ate one.
Probably Fram then.
But I have 3 more. We found 4. I have 3 more.
You guys want to eat
Yeah.
them along
So-
the journey?
Rygg's going to have one.
Okay, roll a D100 for me.
Kamaji's gonna eat one too.
90.
Okay, you unlock up to level 3 spell slots, but nothing else happens.
I don't think we
Kamaji's-
had Fram roll a D100 when he did it a while ago.
You definitely did.
Okay.
It was like in the middle of
Okay.
combat.
I remember
Yeah.
doing it in the middle of combat. I don't.
We rolled them. We just rolled a bunch of those checks because everybody was eating them at the same time. But you definitely rolled
yeah.
it for everyone that we ate.
Okay. Yep.
But Kamaji's gonna eat one as well, just because. Why not? And I'll write that down.
Okay, you've unlocked level 3 spell slots, or up to.
All right. We only have one of those left. One Samu cap, two Tamp caps, and 13 Buffalo caps.
Okay. And you guys are going to go ahead and make it to the edge of Stoneguard's territory, which is right over here. Hey, thank you for the follow. All right. So, some interesting things here I want to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys Stoneguard. Stoneguard is a way larger city than you realize.
Wow.
When you get here, you're traveling along a road. Whoopsies.
Oh, we're massive.
Yeah, you're huge.
Wow, we are giant.
What is this?
I mean, I know they're dwarves, but good lord.
It'll be super blurry, but I will zoom in a little bit more for you. I'll just make it, yeah, it's way too blurry. So I'll just make it like this. And I'm just going to put you guys here. This is kind of where your party is. You're coming in from... There we go.
We still look super huge. Wait, okay.
This road here.
Well, it is a city for dwarves, so we probably wouldn't fit
Actually.
in too well here.
Let's do it down here.
Wait, where are we? We're down. Oh, we're down
Down,
here.
yeah, down here. Change my mind.
Okay.
Now, as you're walking through the farmland, you notice a brigade of outlanders. They're coming towards you. They are taking no violent action against any of the farmers or anybody else, but they are here. What would you like to do?
Just hear Rygg growl.
They just keep marching down the street, you know? They're leaving like a huge dusty trail behind them. Farmers are just out there in their fields tilling the land. It's as if it's like a normal sight.
Coming, guys. Keep your heads on a swivel.
Rygg, you don't think that this city might be run by outlanders, do you?
One reason I never came back.
So Marge scooches a little bit to the left and like tries to get behind Gruzlock a bit more,
Okay.
using the giant, biggest shield available.
I'm probably just gonna look at them and laugh and like, check out, guys, it's some stupid outlander. They want ass
I bet you
kick.
can't kill them all, Gruzlock. But you can't go attack them.
Are you saying that
Oh,
as you pass?
Don't egg him on.
Yeah. Rygg is grumbling under his breath as they're walking by. He's very mad.
Dongon and Kibble are laughing hysterically. They're keeling over in the streets. The madness is overtaking them. They can't stop giggling. And the guards notice. They see you guys as scowls. And the captain just raises his fist like this. He just says, "Halt!" The column comes to a stop. He turns towards you, the whole group. "Is there a problem here?
How many people are they? Are they like an army? They're a group?
There's about 20 of them and a captain." "Do not disrespect the uniform."
If
What?
Marge kind of peeps up from the back. "Oh, and that's when I said to him, 'You keep it.' Ha ha ha! It wasn't that hilarious, guys. I'm sorry, officer. I was just telling these boys a funny story about earlier when we were traveling through the dead marshes back down the way. You know those dead marshes? Oh, they are such a trip. Did I ever tell you about those? My grandma lives out there.
I've heard stories about them.
Trail-
Supposedly a pig man lives out there in the dead marshes. Not a place
Oh,
I'd
he's
be
a-
willing to visit.
He's a giant pig man. He's just a total mess, but he's a little bit of a sweetie. So anyways, we're doing just fine. You boys have a lovely day. Nothing to see here. We're just here to do some trading. Bye-bye."
And he raises his hand and march, and the column continues to take off down the street.
I just keep watching them and laugh.
Okay.
What was that about, you guys? You need to get your act together.
I can't help. They look too goofy.
They
Now-
are under the spell of some sort of a curse, and they find
I'm not.
everything serious very funny.
Ugh, you deal with this all the time? Ugh.
I just hate Outlanders.
Now, it's strange to you because when you look back down the street, the column has stopped at the checkpoint. into the farmland, and it's manned by dwarves. So at first you thought this is a city run by dwarves, and the Outlanders seem to be having a very casual conversation with the Dwarven guards. And after a brief time, they continue to march outside of the farming area.
Wait, why Outlander is here? Isn't Outlander is the enemy of the Stoneguard? I forgot. Outlander don't like dwarf, right?
You don't know.
Our dwarf doesn't like Outlanders. We don't
Yeah,
know any
his-
other
his-
dwarves.
Oh.
We've never
His
met another
ancestors
dwarf.
were kicked out of the city however long ago Rygg was born. And he doesn't
Oh.
really know what happened, just that they hate Outlanders because they were forced his parents to flee.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
He's grown up just
Well-
knowing that they're enemies.
Rig, I know you're visibly upset here, but I think we should get a handle on the situation before we go ahead and start killing people in the middle of a city like this.
So Marge turns to Rygg and says very seriously, Rygg, I know we all have people we hate, and sometimes we just have to bite our tongue and move on. We'll have our day.
How about that?
Bite
I like
our
the sound
tongue.
of that. All right. I got it.
Have our day. Have our
And
day.
that's why I like you. Oh, shut up.
Shut up, yes. Did you hear that, Kimmel?
Oh yeah, I did. Oh god, so funny.
They're just giggling a
Remind me
lot.
to pick up some earplugs when we're in the Tavern Square. Or maybe some sort of new spell that we can put a mute on them.
You kind of get used to it
that's-
after a while. You just kind of tune it out.
Wait, that's actually so smart. You can silence us, and we just keep laughing, but there's no sound.
As far as you
There
can
you go.
tell, the madness is not going to end. Like, this is going to be a problem because Dongon and Kipple just can't contain the laughter. And
Holy
so
shit.
yeah, I mean, they've been laughing the entire way back to the Overearth and for 4 days across land to get to Stoneguard. So I would imagine that your party is feeling a little tired by that.
I think I just figured something out. They say that someday Punk's son, Vieri's gonna take human form. I think I might be Punk's son. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I might be Punk incarnate, bros. I mean, all the signs were there. That guy who said he was my dad, who threw breadcrumbs at my head when I didn't get enough money begging on the streets, that wasn't my dad, bros. Punk's my dad. That's why I follow Punk. I'm the son of Punk. It all
And you are
makes
my
sense,
Punk's
man.
religion. We're all children of Punk, so yeah, I'm a daughter of Punk too. Big whoop.
All right. Well, moving on. Maybe we should find somebody in this city who actually knows what's going on and is willing to help us.
Before you do
I
that,
think I might know everything, bros.
the disciples are like, the look on their faces, it's like a revelation has opened up to them that you are, what do you say, the incarnation of Punk or Vieri?
The incarnation of Punk.
The incarnation
I'm
of Punk.
both.
They
I'm
meet,
all
Who
of
is
them.
who is talking to
my
us?
God.
so the disciples, there's the old woman who's left and the the young boy.
Oh yeah, there's old man die.
The old man died in
Yep.
the entry into the Underearth. So these two people, they immediately drop to their knees and they bow their heads to just out of honor to you, the incarnation of Punk.
Oh,
I'm
you
with the
just
followers. I am he, bros.
let me kiss your feet. Oh, Punk, oh, holy Punk.
And she gets down and she starts kissing your feet.
You're gonna have a place at Punk's feet for all eternity. For your faith, ma'am. Come on up. Stand as an equal.
Will you,
But not
will
really
you
equal. But
bless me, please?
you are blessed in the name of Punk and Vieri, my man.
I'm a woman though.
Oh, well, madam.
She stands up and she takes your hand and she says,
I will follow you to the ends of the earth, Punk, my holy of holies.
Marge walks
He
over to
inside me
Kamagi and
forever.
kind of says under breath, we should really find a way to charge commission or something for this. Get some followers and make some money here.
I like the way that you think.
So you guys are walking through town. You reach the crossroads. Go and roll a perception check to see kind of what is going on around this area of the village. The village is outside the city.
Wait, friend only have 3 follower now, or
2.
2?
Oh, well, Kibble is 1, kind of. So that might count as a 3rd.
Okay. 30.
He might take away from the follower count. Let's be honest.
Maybe, yeah.
Negative follower.
Yeah, if someone sees him, they go, "Ooh, I'm not touching that religion."
Okay, so you guys just see people are going around. They're hauling a lot of, like a lot of their crops, in big bags on wagons and carts. There are some people doing some trading, but they're mostly organizing food into various stockpiles and whatnot.
Are we inside the city now?
You're in the sort of the outside of the city walls in the villages, the farming areas. So you guys are going to continue on. Most of these people are dwarves, by the way, that are living out here in these shacks. And you make it here to the main road. You guys are going to turn left and you see the 2 towers where the 2 large gates have been opened and people are flowing in and out of the city. Now, interestingly enough, the guards at the 2 towers are Outlander guards, or humans to you, but they do have what you would appear to be Outlander outfits. And the people coming in and out who are merchants and artisans are dwarves.
Have I seen another drow anywhere?
No.
Marge cinches up her hood a little bit more and kind of scrunches down a bit
Sure.
to not be as tall. Just, even for a drow, Marge is pretty tall, 5'11", so tries to
Okay.
make it a little less noticeable.
Roll a
So you're saying the
stealth with
Oh, sorry.
advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And then roll
So
advantage.
the guard is Outlander, and the people go in and out to the city is dwarf.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Nobody is noticing you. You're very well covered.
Cool.
You've got maybe gloves on even, so no one's really noticing the different skin color, or your bright eyes are kind of concealed behind the hood that you're wearing.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay pretty close behind Grezlock as well.
Okay. As you
Use
guys
Grezlock as my meat shield.
as you guys approach,
Sure, that's a good idea. Usually Grislock always the first one die in the
I like that.
adventure.
No, I think you'll be fine. You're my big hunk of meat.
All right.
okay, as you guys near the open gates, most of the people are going through. Every once in a while, one of the Outlander guards stops somebody to check the merchandise that they're bringing into the city. Typically, it's been large wagons that have been covered, and you can't really see what product they're moving. As you guys approach, I just need you to roll a performance check, and I'm having a performance because I want to see like you're cool. Like, are you keeping it calm and collected? And I want to kind of, or are you
I
really
don't think I'm
nervous?
able to do that.
Rygg,
I mean, I am chilling.
You're chilling. Okay. Well, I would say, Rygg, you're especially nervous because you're realizing that the authority here is not in the hands of the dwarves, at least right now. It appears that most of the dwarves are doing a lot of the labor and living in poverty outside the city walls. You haven't seen inside yet, so you're not sure, but it's not looking the way you'd prefer it to look.
I don't know why I expected to be any different. This is exactly what my papa told me I would see when I come back to Stoneguard. Keep cool, Rick. Keep it cool. It's been...
Are you saying Rygg looks different compared to the dwarf here?
No, he looks the same. I'm just saying that he'd maybe hoped, I don't know what Rygg hopes, but the politics here are not ideal. The people running the city appear to be the Outlanders or the humans, not the dwarves. The dwarves are the ones that are doing the labor and all the farming and everything outside the city walls. Even though Stoneguard was founded by the dwarves.
And Rygg rolled a nat 1, and I'm not going to use luck because that is just so true to his character that he is barely
holding his anger together, so he's like visibly seething as he's walking through.
The guards notice this and they stop your party. Halt! I don't recognize your faces. You from around here? He's looking toward Rygg and Kamaji.
Not exactly. We just passing by and thought we'd come do some business at the markets.
Uh-huh. Well, if you're not from around here, then where in all the hells are you from?
Why do you care?
Small fishing village to the south. Now be polite, Gruzlock.
He steps up, he postures towards you, and he says, "You got a problem?"
I don't know. You got problem?
Look at this!
I'm from a whole other plane of existence, bros, but I came to take human form to guide you all through the righteous path, punk. Follow me and cast away your sins, bros.
He points towards Fram, he says, "Shut up!" And he turns back toward the other guards and he says, "I think we got a problem over here. Come here, boys." And the guards start to step up and they start to surround you. "Go ahead and empty your pockets. I want to see everything you're carrying right now. Every weapon, every coin, right now."
Trust me, boys. Trust me. We're just traveling merchants from a small fishing village. I promise our coin is quite good. And I wink and I try to palm 10 gold pieces to him.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Wait, you wink to me? To
No,
Grizzly?
not you. I'm not talking to you.
Why are you so rude?
Gruzlock tries to take
would be
it.
laughing his head off right now, though.
The guard kind of nods slowly. "Okay. Seems like you're the reasonable one around here." Takes the gold, he pockets it. "Keep your friend out of trouble. If I hear about you guys making a mess at one of the taverns in the city, I'm gonna make it my personal duty to beat the living hell out of you."
I'll take care of him, officer. I promise. I swear.
All right.
Try and find out, pussy.
He goes. You say
I
that?
start pushing Gruzlock away.
He punches him in the face.
He punched me in the face?
You called him a pussy.
Okay. Can I dodge it? Or like grapple it?
He's just gonna surprise attack. He's just gonna punch you in the face.
Wait, I got danger sense. No dex savings roll. Okay.
What? Yeah. What? I forget danger sense. Can't be surprised. Is that right?
No. It's just I got advantage on the dex savings roll.
Oh, I see.
It's not a
Yeah.
dex saving throw. He's just hitting you.
Okay. So I got punched in the face.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it for just a second. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Okay. So it's gonna be that. He punches you right across your left cheek. This is a +6. A 7. You sort of lean back and the punch goes right through the air and he loses his balance and he misses. What are you doing next?
That's why I call you pussy. What is pussy punch? This is
Kibble
not a
and,
punch. You guys see that? Oh.
Marge would just start Sorry, go ahead.
Kibble and Dongon are on the ground on their knees, like laughing hysterically. And the guard is getting angry and he's feeling embarrassed by this encounter, especially because he missed. Things are heating up here.
Marge would come up behind Gruzlock and just start pushing him away. Like, "Oh, sorry about my friend there. He is such a jokester. You should come see him. He's playing at the end of the pier tonight at sundown." And tosses another 5 gold at the disgruntled.
Okay. The gold will offset the disadvantage. It's just a flat roll now because the heightened anxieties and the anger. So, persuasion. That is just enough. He stops. "If your friend says another word, I'm taking all of you to jail. Now get the hell Out of here.
Right away. Here we go. On our way, Gruzlock. Let me tell you about a little story here. You like meat, don't you, Gruzlock?
Okay. You guys are talking about meat. as
Meat.
you-
Yeah, give me some sausage.
Yeah, let's go find you a nice bit kebab. Ooh.
Okay, you guys enter into the city. When you enter the city, you notice that there's a lot more humans in here. There's some dwarves, and some of them are dressed a little nicer, but the population distribution is very different and very noticeable. Rygg, you're startled. I don't know, or maybe you knew that this was going to happen, but it's uncomfortable. I mean, your people are literally living outside the walls, doing all the work to feed the rich people inside the city walls.
Not what I expected is not what I hoped for, but it's what I expected because I've been around long enough not to expect any better from Outlanders.
Yeah, I've never had good luck with those Outlanders either. They always give my boys,
Not easy,
my friends on the seas a lot of trouble.
It's not easy being a dwarf anywhere, even in Stoneguard.
You think dwarves have it rough? You should try being a drow, sweetie.
Oh, that's great.
I suppose there might be somebody out there who has it worse than me, but don't make it right what
I'm
they're doing here.
sorry.
So you guys make it to
No,
this.
It's okay, bros. I'm gonna make everything righteous. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring
he's gonna
Punk's
make
love to
everything
everybody.
righteous.
Outlanders, dwarves, drow, everyone can just be part of Punk's great holy massage circle.
Now
And the-
let's kick Outlander's ass and
dis-
make them judge us.
The disciples are reiterating everything Fram is saying, and they're saying, we're going to go off and tell other people about, this revelation about you being the reincarnation of Punk. And they start to move off, two of them. They go in different directions, and they're looking for the
Let's
various
spread the word.
religious sites in the
Nice.
city.
Nice.
As you guys enter into the square here, you do see that people are selling a variety of different goods, crafted items, a lot of different artisans
Wait.
here.
What
Yeah.
about Kibo? Are Kibo going to
He's going to stay with you.
do that? Okay.
Kibble and Dongun will stay. Okay.
Yeah, how's the reaction to seeing Kibble? Because is he trying to hide himself, or is it just like walking around as a Durgar?
He's gonna also hide himself for now. Yeah. There are no other Durgar here that you've seen. Not yet. He's also cloaked.
I know Marge's first thing that they would do would be honestly to try to see the nearest meat vendor and buy a big old thing of meat for my big meaty meat shield friend here.
Yeah, there's a rack of ribs hanging from one of the stalls, and this kind of
Done.
gruff-looking guy, he's got this big butcher knife in his hand. He's got blood stains all over his apron. He sells it to you if you want it. I don't know how much you want.
Whatever would be like 3 times the normal portion for just an average, adult. Whatever they would sell as like a dinner portion, like a 3x
Sure.
portion of that.
2 silver pieces for 3 large ribs. These ribs are quite large. These come from giant boar outside of the city. Sometimes they come into the farmland to steal crops. Most of the time they're at a distance.
Whatever he tries to sell to her, regardless of how good I know it to be, I tell her that stuff's garbage and that this other stuff is better.
Sure.
Oh well, I'm sure it is, but I'm not eating it. It's for the big dumb one over here.
Oh, then that'll be just fine then.
So yeah, I take
Those
that.
giant boar ribs will actually be just what he would like. I wouldn't waste your money on good meat for that man.
I probably can tell the difference.
Gruzlock, here, I got a couple of your cousins here. Enjoy. Thanks for not beating up those guards at the entrance. I really appreciate that. You keep that up, and more of this meat's coming your way.
No, how nice. Thank you. Gonna eat some of my cousin. Wait, are these raw meat or?
No, this is cooked.
Oh, roasted.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it
nice,
doesn't have
okay.
any sauce on it or anything. It's just barbecued.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
You love it,
fine.
Gruzlock.
It's meat.
Yeah,
Gruzlock doesn't give a fuck about sauce.
Yeah.
Marge isn't putting
true.
any
Only
extra
meat.
anything into it. Like literally bought and then handed over, and like my job's done here.
Okay, yeah, you guys make your transaction. It's completed, and you guys are moving on. Do you want to do anything else in the marketplace before we move to the center part of the city?
No, I gotta just focus on my pork.
I want to look.
I
don't
do
look
want to
for any-
restock on rations, but
Kamaji?
Do I see any like potions or like anything pertaining to the slightly magical or like arcane at all? Maybe down a back alleyway. I'm specifically looking for sketchy shit.
Roll a
I'll be right
perception
back.
check.
Too bad for me.
And also checking everybody's eyes carefully to see if anybody's eyes glow slightly.
Okay. You notice a potion stall. It seems like it has standard potions. Nothing crazy like you're looking for.
I'm gonna talk to the vendor then, and ask him if somebody were looking for something that they couldn't necessarily find, legally per se. Where might one start to look if one were curious, just for curiosity's sake,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry I don't sell more interesting types of trinkets and potions. But what you're probably looking for is be something more in line with the Mages Guild in town.
Ah, yes. Where might I find that?
Well, you'll probably want to go. There's two. There is one that is run in the. I don't like to call it this, but it's called the Poorer District, and then there's one in the Noble District. I would recommend going to the Noble District. There seems to be lots of fights outside of the one in the Poor District. It draws you like a map.
Can I do an insight check on this? Also, is this person human or dwarf?
They are half dwarf.
Okay. Can I do an insight check on them just to kind of gauge the type of person they are?
Sure.
I'm guessing because they own a shop within the walls, they're rather well off.
Mm-hmm. She seems well off enough to you.
All right.
So the one you're going to want to go to is going to be across the two bridges in that little island to the north. And that's going to be the Noble District. The Poor District is here in this part of the city. She also tells you on the map, just like free information, that a lot of the military buildings are right here on the left side. Has a separate set of walls.
By the way, I want to make a intelligence saving throw to see if I still remember the Wait, what's that old man's name? Kasir? Canel?
Sir Carnus.
Yeah, Sir Carnus' vision of the Rygg.
Okay, yeah. Roll an intelligence check if you're actively trying to remember it.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, Sir Carnus. He said something about the city, stone, something in the front, or was it the back? Now you can't remember.
Okay. So, hey, Rygg, I remember I need to stay at your back or front or side. I cannot remember. Just stay with me, okay? I got your back.
Around, you can be one of those things. I mean, those are really the only options, unless you're walking on my head. I don't get any idea. Sorry, I should have known better than to suggest that.
How about you stay on my shoulder? I try to put him on my shoulder.
What if, Rygg, you lay on your back and Ruzlok can straddle you while he's on all fours? That way he will completely encase you against the ground.
Was something wrong with that meat hibachi? Are you guys feeling okay? I feel I walked away for 5 seconds. I come back and this craziness is going on. Is everybody okay over here?
Let's
let me feel your forehead there. No, you're really hot. You need to take a sit down right over there, Gruzlok. Let me go get you a glass of water.
And then I kind of quietly say to Kamaji,
let's change the subject, because if we don't, I'm gonna tell Fram that you want to hear all about how he's really punk.
To the Mages Guild we go then, huh? How about
That sounds like a great idea, Kamaji. You always have the best ideas.
Okay, so you guys
Really
move
does.
across. When you guys get across the island is it's just like a bunch of houses here, and the people here appear to be very well off. There's a few shops on the island, but nothing of note at the
Maybe
moment.
we should check out. We should check out the shop. This city is like classic city.
It would be. Hold on one second. Ancient, classic. It is a middle-aged city. So this is the most advanced city that you've seen.
Let's go check out the. I gotta go. Let's go check out the blacksmith. Remember my anchor? That dude say that the anchor can bind with the chain.
Yep, chain
I need
anchor.
that. I need that.
Well,
Let's
we
go
can
find a dwarf blacksmith.
Sure, you do find. Oh, well, we can go separate, maybe, unless you guys want to go together.
Probably at least one reasonable character need to follow Grislock to make sure.
Marge would stay with Grislock, yeah. Just to keep tabs on him.
Well, I'm gonna go with Fran.
I'm gonna go spread word of Punk's love to everyone.
Yeah, me too. You know, I've been thinking about it, Fran, and I think I think I might be a true Punk worshiper. You know, I mean, I've considered all the gods and goddesses, and I just think the Punk he's the most handsome. You know what I mean? He's the best with animals.
I totally am.
He's really good with animals.
Yeah, I totally am.
And
I really am good with animals.
he always
There's many
puts
signs.
his followers first. You know,
I do.
and I can feel him
That's why
right
I'm so
here,
great.
right here in my heart. You know, it's filled up.
I feel it, my son. I feel it. Let's go spread the word of me.
It's just like
Grislock, let's
Oh.
go.
a measurable joy.
Let's go.
Well, you know, like, come on, guys, come on. You should really give it a try. Here, you should read this.
And he hands the Ponk pamphlet that he got back in Elmwood over to Marge.
You gotta read it, okay? Just read it over
Marge
and
just like
think about it.
looks down at it as it's handed out and then literally goes, Grislock, let's go. And then turns around and walks away.
Okay.
Yeah, follow the pork lady. Lady, give me pork. I hear the lady. Goodbye.
He just turns back to Ponk. He's like,
Not everybody wants to live in the truth, you know? Not like us.
Someday their eyes will be open, my son.
I hope
Just
so.
gotta keep on walking that righteous path.
We really do.
and Dongon's
That's
just
all we can
giggling.
ask.
And as they're walking, they're like, yeah, keep on walking.
So we'll go ahead and go with Gruzlock and Marge first. You guys do come across a blacksmith. Shafe, if you can DM me your email so I can send you a copy of this sheet, that would be dope. And then I will go ahead and tell Gruzlock everything that you see in the Middle Age is available in this blacksmith shop.
Let's find a blacksmith. We need blacksmith.
Okay, so you just go to the equipment tab at the bottom, and then you're going to look. The far left will say ancient, classic, middle, industrial, modern, interplanar. We're looking at middle.
Oh shit! Give me a second.
So I guess
Forgot.
while you guys are looking at that and kind of deciding what it is you want to buy, I'm going to go back to the other half of the group. All right, and where are we
Okay.
going? Fram, Kamaji, and the rest of us.
Fram
Well,
wants
just
to go
going-
preach the word of Punk.
Fram wants to go preach the
Am I
word of
just
punk.
going
Sure.
to the Mages Guild? This
Okay.
Dongon, I assume, is... And I'm probably Rygg by default.
Yeah, by default, Rygg is gonna follow the lesser of two evils.
Okay,
He's gonna go with Kamaji, who seems like he's gonna be less irritating to be with.
let's go with Fram first. So Fram, you stumble across, after kind of talking with some people, the Church of Jelena. And outside the
And he would
church...
also
Go ahead.
have Kibble with them.
Kibble with him. Okay. Let me go ahead and put Kibble on the map. There we go. You stumble on the Church of Jelena. Outside, there's a large statue of a Dwarven deity. And below it says, in honor of Jelena. From what you can tell, Jelena is the deity of smithing. Her plane is the halls of Dug Hollow, which is sort of this mythical place inside of the planet. Supposedly it exists below the Underearth, though no one has ever gone that deep into the Underearth that anyone is aware of, at least on the Overearth. Perhaps people in the Underearth would know that. She is also her stone is the diamond, and her symbol is the hammer forge. So she does have a large hammer in one hand, and there is an anvil at the base of the statue that she seems to be, doing some smithing on. And there's another like a great mace there that she's working on the forge. It's a pretty awesome sight. There are people coming in and out of the church. There's a mixture of dwarves and humans, and a different species that you've not seen yet, which are elves. Over-earth elves. Not so many of them, though. Just a couple. It's mostly dwarves.
Fram would, because Punk is half elf. Or no, he's just elf. So he would actually feel very, very much just like Punk. I knew I was on the right path.
The people greet you, they're all dressed in like robes, or some of them heavy armor. Like, you do notice that they have their own guards here at the church, which is interesting. And they're kind of coming in and out of the place. When you go inside, there is a service that's happening. People seem to have centered themselves around this really large steel anvil at the head of the church. And that is like the altar of worship. And they're all giving thanks right now. They're all praying to Jelena Talos. They seem to be praying for strength, endurance, to be able to withstand the hardships of life. Because Jelena is a very hardy deity. She's someone that represents, armors and shields, things that protect people from physical strikes and blows and all that kind of stuff. You're kind of just hanging out in the back, in the back of the pews, kind of looking towards this giant anvil.
Like, what do we do?
We just gotta watch, bro. Remember, these deities are just one aspect of the mighty Punk. I'm one aspect of Punk. I'm Punk, take human form. But Punk can take any form, any animal, any god. So really, this is all for me.
But how?
He's trying to whisper. He's like,
how do we convince a whole church of Jelena worshippers that Punk is a better choice? I mean, look at him. We're outnumbered.
Faith.
You're right, I do.
Believe, bro. It's not gonna happen all at once. We're gonna kill one person at a time. It's not gonna happen overnight. Just like when Punk had to convince the squirrels to join him, he didn't just get all the squirrels at once. It was one squirrel at a time, maybe a raccoon or two, and then before long he had the whole forest.
Wait, I got a question. One of my viewers asked if the Kibo is naked because the Punk is a naked god.
Kibble is not naked. He's actually dressed in robes, covered, because he wants to hide the fact that he's a Durgar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I will say, though, that he probably at this point would prefer to be naked because he is a worshiper of Punk. But he's withstanding the urge to undress.
So what do we do for him?
As you guys are like kind of discussing this, you see them come out with this great hammer. Okay? And they bring somebody else out, and it's a dwarf. And they start to talk about how this dwarf has disrespected Jelena Talos and is now going to receive the ultimate punishment, which is a strike from the great hammer. The great hammer is fixed to a hook that's pulled back up to almost the ceiling of the church, and it's set to release. And this person is now standing at, in front of its path. And one of the dwarves goes up, and they're about to release the trigger that's going to let the hammer come down and smash the dwarf in the chest. Now, if the dwarf survives, then the dwarf will be forgiven of their sins. And if they don't, then it was proven that they are guilty.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, smash what? A hammer?
What?
So yeah, Fram sees this and he stands up.
Bros, most unrighteous. What is, can you tell me these dwarf sins, bros?
Yeah, most
Wait, wait, wait.
outrageous.
Wait, what is happening? They smashed dwarf?
So
With what?
somebody has insulted the church or done something to disrespect Jelena, and so they're now being punished. So they've been put to stand in front of the anvil, and a great hammer is attached to a wire to the ceiling, and it's drawn back to the wall, and it's going to be released, and it's going to hit them in the chest. And if they can withstand the
fuck?
blow, then they'll be forgiven.
It's like a messed up
Right.
guillotine meets a whipping meets. That's some
Bro.
odd corporal punishment there.
Is this really what Jelena would want? It's not what Punk would want, and I am he. And really, Jelena's an aspect of the mighty Overpunk.
So as you say this,
You don't want this.
the head priestess, who happens to be a female dwarf, looks over at you, and she looks like the spitting image of Jelena. Go ahead and roll a religion check to know a little bit about Jelena. I know you do as a player, but our viewers don't know Jelena at all from our previous campaign.
All right. 13.
You know that Jelena has a very husky voice. She is very stout. She's very hardy. She takes no bullshit. And this kind of ritual would be a very like Jelena ritual, testing the strength of, how strong you are. I will say this though, that the dwarf that's being put to this test is wearing a suit of armor. So they are given that. Okay? And she looks over at you and she says,
Who are you to tell us how to run our church?
Oh, my human name's Fram, and you can call me that. You can be part of the Fram fam. But my real name, my real identity, I think you can tell.
Look, I don't want
I
to
just
be a
stand there.
part of your weird fram, whatever you call it. It's none of my business, nor is it any interest to me. Now, this individual has
how
committed
many dwarves are-
serious crimes against the Church of Jelena, and he is gonna pay.
Tell me, my bro, Fazef. Tell me, my main woman of the church. What are the crimes of this sinner?
I'll tell you what she did. She left the ritual great hammer in a vat of water, and I was so angry when I saw it. I told her to remove it. She didn't. I told her to remove it a second time. She didn't. I told her a third time, and the great ritual hammer rusted over, and now it can't be repaired.
But now you're gonna smack it with another ritual hammer?
It is common practice.
I just want to turn to all of you dwarves, humans, cats, and dogs, and everyone in this room, and say that the way of Punk is gentle and loving and nurturing. Follow me, and you'll have a whole other universe to explore. And it's proof of my goodness, of the goodness of Punk.
And I reach into my bag and I grab just a handful of gold coins and I throw them over everybody.
oh my god. Okay, roll a persuasion or religion, whichever one is better for you, and roll it with advantage.
All right, my persuasion is better. I got a nat 20.
The crowd scatters for the coins, and everyone looks to you, and they realize that like you have this aura around you. Now I want you to roll a religion check.
With advantage or just flat roll?
Advantage.
What do you throw at the people?
Gold
Gold
coins.
coins.
You hear a voice beam over you, but it's not like a physical sound. It's like it's in your mind, and you just hear this. I'll let you play your character.
You're on the right
Punk.
path. It's me, Punk. I like what you do here. Walk careful though. You might learn something later.
Fram
I
is
will
just.
tell you, I'm not gonna break secret.
And this is like the first time that Fram is actually
Oh, shit.
receiving a direct connection from Punk. Now, he can't see him, he can feel his energy around him, and he can hear his voice in his mind, but there is no physical manifestation happening. But it is a clear signal to Fram that he has done something really important here. Now, the people have stopped what they're doing, and they've turned to their religious leader, and they say, he's right. Like, we gotta stop this. This is crazy. Like, this is not the way to punish someone for for rusting a hammer by accident. And she starts listing off other like accusations against them that apparently they'd been worshiping other deities, and that this wasn't the only infraction, though she hadn't had any plans to reveal that to the congregation because she was afraid that might upset them. And they just kind of go, it doesn't matter. Like, this violence is uncalled for. We got to stop. We should really be considering the peaceful resolution that this individual here is proposing. And they all turn and they're all coming up to you now. Do you have any other information about this unique philosophy?
Bros, if I had a gold coin for every time I wish somebody asked me that, I'd have even more to share with you. Let me tell you about the greatness of Punk's love. We welcome into Punk's warm bosom.
This is
Talking all about Punk.
This is ridiculous.
And the head priestess walks out of the room, extremely irate. Now, the congregation is following you outside, we'll say. But go ahead, Kamaji.
I feel like one thing with Punk, like, you know how like most religions, it's like, oh, you feel the love of God in your heart, like open up your heart to God. It's like, but with Punk, it's like your butt though. Like, open up your butt to Punk. Feel Punk inside of your butt.
You can open anything. Bros. That's the thing. And
The-
the only
the-
thing got to be opened.
The embrace of Punk feels like the most familiar and comfy butt plug you've ever had.
No, it's just more like getting like a hug where the person grabs your butt, and it's a really close hug, but you know it's a familiar, friendly hug.
Can't get closer than a hug from Punk.
Okay, yeah, they're...
Me and Marge still at the shopping, right?
You guys still shopping. So we're gonna change scenes now over to Kamaji. Kamaji and Dongon, actually.
Oh, I never got any email from you, by the way, Porcini.
And
You were trying to send me something, but
Oh yeah, weird. It says I sent it to you. Check your spam.
oh yeah, there it is.
Okay, cool.
Wait, where is Kamaji? I saw Kamaji stay with the friend.
No, no, God, no. Yo, Kamaji got out of there as fast as he could on the original mission to go to the Mages Guild. He's still doing that thing that we came here to do.
For sure.
And Rygg's with him.
Rygg's with me and Dongon's with me. And I have a plan of sorts.
Okay, I'm gonna
And I'm
move
hoping
you.
it works out.
Move you to the Mages Guild. Mages Guild is over here. And let me get Rygg. So Dongon's laughing the entire way. Go ahead and roll a perception check, though, on Dongon. Rygg, you could tell like there's exhaustion is settling over Dongon's face. I mean, he's still laughing. He seems very jovial, but yeah, like you can see that he's getting tired just from the sheer physical act of laughing.
Maybe he'll wear himself out. What I'm hoping for.
Well, maybe we'll find a solution here at this Mages Guild. That's what I'm hoping for.
I truly do hope so. Not sure how much longer we can last. The only sane people. Other than that, Drow joined us. She seems like she's got a lot in the ball.
We'll either be forced into a conflict that will kill us, or we'll be driven insane ourselves. So I'd say this is our last best hope right now.
Agreed.
Okay. when you guys get to the Mages Guild, you see a bunch of people walking around, you know, in very nicely decorated robes. There's a lot of strange smells inside, as one might expect from people who practice magic. Roll an insight check, though, because it's not exactly what it seems. Rygg, you just notice that the potions, like, light is coming through some of the opened windows, and it's like scintillating the liquid in the jars, and it's very beautiful inside. It's kind of like, I guess, prismatic, right? All these different colors and strange smells. In some ways, it kind of reminds you of the forest, being out in the wild. You see like a lot of familiar plants that you've had to forage for over the years, having lived in your hut for what, over 100 years, right?
At least, yeah.
So that's kind of like comforting to you. Kamaji, however, you're going to be noticing that the people here, they appear to study magic, but the magic is very ancient. It's not, they're not like high level wizards or anything. These people are, you know, casting create bonfire as a cantrip, and that's the extent of their knowledge. You do notice that they have a stockpile of mushrooms secured behind a glass gate, a glass case. It's locked with several locks, but you don't see any powerful mushrooms. It's just the ones that unlock cantrips. Oh, hi. Didn't see you walk in. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just... This kind of like really strange, anxious fella kind of walks up to you. He's trying to find the words to express something, but he just can't seem to get it out.
Who's in charge here?
That's a good question. You probably want to talk, me, I guess.
Oh, well, how do you do? My name's Kamaji.
Ah, yes, how do you do? He like shake his hand. It's like very clammy. And you like pull your hand away. It's like sweat, you know, all over you. He tells you that his name is.
You don't need to shake my hand.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're a dwarf. Dwarf here. Interesting. We don't have any mage dwarfs.
Dwarf?
No. I am half elf. Sorry for the confusion. My name is I forgot my name. It's Gary. Gary. Yes, that's it.
Interesting that the sight of a dwarf, which pretty common sight around your city, it seems to have thrown you off into a tizzy, but my dragonborn friend, you pay no mind to?
Oh, I've seen the occasional dragonborn. I kind of like backs away a little bit scared of dragonborn. Sorry, no offense. I don't mean to be insulting. I know that you can breathe. Fire, right? Fire comes out of your mouth. It starts disturbing me. Anyways. Sorry, where were we? What were we talking about?
Don't be racist now.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean anything like that. I just, you know, I'm just a very, very cautious person. That's all.
Yes, well, to the point here, we have some friends, my dragonborn friend included, that have come under the possession of a curse of sorts, and we were wondering if you might have anybody here that'd be able to lift such a curse, or perhaps point us in the direction where we might find our own means of lifting such a curse.
Oh, curses! Yes, I've studied curses before. Yes, that's something that I have read up on a little bit. He like turns around. Oh, I forgot to get you this. He like turns around to grab a cup of water, and he like trips and accidentally casts create bonfire and lights the chair on fire. And he just like shouts, "Oh my gosh!"
Yes, well, are you able to do any other magic beyond cantrips?
He's like grabbing a towel and he's putting the towel over the chair. He's trying to like, you know, smother the fire. Yes, I can create water. And he like takes the cup and he like brings the water out of the cup into the other cup. But it misses and then it hits Rygg on the shirt. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Saying this as a friend, I need you to take a deep breath. Do it with me.
Okay.
And just
okay. I'm trying to calm down.
You're a little bit much, Gary.
Go ahead and roll a performance check. Thank you, Skeed. It's enough to he's controlling his breathing, but he's just very elevated, very anxious. He tells you, he confesses that only humans and half elves are allowed to study the magic at the Mages Guild, in this Mages Guild. That anybody else has to study in the poor district.
What is he?
He's a half elf.
Okay.
I can sell to you, but I can't allow you to do any practicing here, and we have to do the transaction outside.
Well, I am a human.
Well, your friend, though, is a lizard.
Yes,
and
but
a dwarf.
yeah, so just sell to me then.
Well, they can't. Okay. Let me check. And he looks over the charter for the rules. He says, "I suppose that's acceptable." And he's, "Here you go." And he sells you a tincture. And when you read the label, it just says "cures madness."
Okay. How much are they?
250 gold pieces. Is that too much?
Yes.
I could reduce it by 10. 240 gold pieces.
Now, I notice you have quite a few mushrooms back there in that case there. What's the going rate for those mushrooms?
Oh, those... Oh, we don't sell those, actually. Looks like I forgot to put the sheet back on. He takes the sheet and hooks it over these things and puts it over the cabinet so nobody can see through the glass.
I mean, would you perhaps be interested in buying some if I could come across them? And what would you buy them for?
What would I buy them for?
Yeah.
Well, we use those to ingest them so we can cast magic. And he does a little awkward tap, 2 taps with his feet. Magic! Wow. And he a little spark comes out of his hand. It's very pathetic.
I am aware. I'm just wondering what you would pay for those mushrooms.
I'd say for those 100 gold pieces for each cap. But you do know that selling those in the city is illegal, and you can go to jail for it. You wouldn't want that.
Yes,
That would be terrible.
Yes, of course. We wouldn't sell them here. Of course not.
Of course.
Anyways, we will. Does Dongon have money of his own?
He has a little bit, yeah.
Does he have enough to buy one of these? For himself?
They won't sell them to you, even you. He'll sell you tinctures and everything else, but he can't sell you the mushrooms.
The tincture. The tincture.
Oh, the tincture. Yeah, Dongon has.
Is it 240 for each one, or 240 for the entire thing?
240 for each one. Dongon has 120 that he can contribute. Or actually, we'll say Dongon. Dongon can buy his own, but you guys will have to come up with the rest for your party.
And that's 3 other people?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rygg has enough.
Okay.
I'm just trying to save money specifically to invest in the wizard place so that I can take levels. And I'm still a long way away.
It's most of the money I have, but yeah, would be worth it for the peace and quiet it would bring. I don't put much stock in gold.
We'll be able to save their lives.
We'll definitely bring some money in here pretty soon.
Okay, so you're buying them?
I mean, Rygg would, unless Commodity talks him out of it.
Okay.
No, you should buy them, and then we're gonna sell. I'm gonna try and sell these mushrooms at the poor wizard's place, the poor mages guild, because they'd be way more likely to deal in illegal activities, especially ones that could make their mages guild rival or surpass the one in the city, and it'd be helping dwarves, and it'd be against the outlanders.
Okay. This guy gets real excited about the purchase, and he turns around, runs into a chair, trips over it, tumbles into the ground, accidentally casts mold earth, and gets his head stuck in the ground. It comes through the floorboards. His feet are kicking up in the air.
Are the tinctures within reach?
Yeah.
I take them and I put the gold on the counter.
Okay. You can't hear what he's saying. His feet are flailing
That's
about.
all right. Give him the gold and got the tinctures. We can just head
Give
out.
him like a little tap on the feet as you walk by. A little.
He's just
It's
still
a pleasure
flailing.
doing business with you, even though I'm a dwarf.
And you're just walking out?
I mean, that's what Rygg would do.
Okay, you
Yeah.
walk out, yeah, and you guys are gone.
Like
Cool.
this guy. I mean, this guy may or may not be racist, but he's upholding a racist system, and Rygg's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna. I don't know way to help this guy.
Okay. And you guys leave. All right.
He did pay him. He did pay the fair price.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
We got our curses lifted. I don't think
We will
We're
once
gonna. I don't think we're gonna find much else there. Seems pretty fucked, but I'm hopeful for the Poor Mages Guild. I want to sell them all my mushrooms and invest in the Poor Mages Guild.
Hell yeah. Okay.
You want to sell them stuff? I don't know if they're gonna have a lot of money to
Well, you know, like I want
buy your
to. I want to
mushrooms.
give them. I want to give them gold and mushrooms as gold equivalent is part of like me investing in them towards the.
Sure.
Basically, I just want to unlock the wizard.
As you're walking away,
'Cause I want a multi-class.
Dogon tells you he's heard about this feller, Gary, before. And he's never dealt with him personally, but he lived up to the reputation that he'd heard about.
Does Dongon have anything to say now that he's cured of his affliction?
Oh, he takes a huge breath of relief. He's just like, oh, how many days did I laugh? It's like 5 days, I think. Gosh, I wouldn't
Too
believe.
many.
I think I probably have a six-pack by
more.
now.
Wait, Donggong is
He's cured.
curse is cured now.
He's cured.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
nice,
and we have the
nice.
cures. Once we run into you guys, we can have you drink it.
Nice.
He puts a hand on Kamaji's shoulder and looks at you very seriously and says, I think I'm going to need to take a very long rest soon at a tavern. But after a very good ale, you and me. He looks to Rygg too. You should join us, Rygg.
All right.
Agreed. I think we should stop at the other Mages Guild before we meet up with the rest of the party, though.
Let's do that in the morning. I'm exhausted. I don't think I could stand it any more walking around the city. I've been laughing this whole time.
We
Or you
know.
guys go on without me. I can maybe room up in the tavern for a bit and take a quick nap. I'll join you later.
I think it might be best if me and Rygg go alone anyway.
Very well. I think my presence
Agreed.
might disturb people. Though people do know me around here. Some people. Apparently not Gary. All
Yes,
right.
well, you go on and rest up.
We're going to move over to Gruzlock and Marge. You guys have made it to the blacksmith shop. Did you find anything that you were looking for?
Yeah. I actually got a lot of So the first thing, the main thing I want is I want to find a chain to bind with my anchor, become a chain anchor. Can I do that?
Yeah, and then you just turn your anchor into a chain anchor.
Yeah, but how much it costs me? And
Just for the chain.
just for the chain. But how much is the chain? I didn't even.
Yeah, true, because it's probably not on there as just the chain.
How about this? Can you I forgot. Oh, I remember the anchor is 50 gold. So probably I just plus the. So the chain anchor is
I would say 25
70.
gold pieces.
Okay. And another thing is I want to buy 2 chain battle axe. Wait, chain battle axe I can welding with my one hand, right?
Let's check here. It has expensive reach, special, versatile. It's one-handed or two-handed. The versatile damage goes to 2d5.
Nice. I want to draw welding it. But I got another question.
Okay.
So his damage die, the chain battle axe damage die is 2d4.
Mhm.
So if what will happen if I critical hit and with the penny red? Pendy Red. The damage die is 2d4, so the extra damage die is 2d4 or it's 1d4.
You would double your damage die on a critical.
So it will be
4d4.
extra 2d4.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna buy 2.
Okay.
50
So for the chain battle axes, the going price
gold.
is 50 gold pieces. Yep. And then 25 gold pieces for the chain. Just delete your axe and then put in the chain anchor.
Okay. And another
Or
thing
not
I want to
the
buy
anchor,
is
sorry,
the
excuse me.
clockwork arm. Why is clockwork arm? It's like a robot arm?
It's a robotic arm, yes.
What the hell? Okay, I buy that and I buy 1 flail.
Okay. Yep. The clockwork arm is 50 gold pieces and the flail is 10.
Wait. Sorry, I don't want flail. I want war pick.
Okay. War pick is 5 gold pieces.
Okay, so it's 130 gold, right?
Sounds right. I didn't total it, but
Okay,
I'll
that's
let you do it.
what I bought.
The clockwork arm kind of sounds like you need to like replace your arm with it. Like it's
Wait.
it's a
Yes.
prosthetic.
It is a prosthetic.
Oh, so
it
it's
might be
not
good to
like a
have.
weapon. I need to replace my arm?
Well, you
might
can
need it,
buy
though.
it. You could still buy it, but yeah, you probably want to just keep it as a equipment piece
Wait, what the hell? So do I need to cut my arm off?
in
Well,
order
I
to.
think it's
that.
just like
Yeah.
it's like a thing that like in case your arm gets cut off, it might be a nice thing to have.
I probably can still use it as a bunker. Yeah, bonk you
You
with an
probably
arm.
could hit them. Yeah.
I mean, you can, but it's just not going to be as good as your other
Improvised
weapons.
All right, but I still want to buy it. It's a clockwork arm. Who doesn't want to buy it?
Yeah,
Yeah, buy
for
it.
sure,
Buy
yeah.
it.
Buy it. Okay,
Definitely
okay.
buy it. I'm just telling you what it is. Like,
Okay.
I would buy it. I honestly,
okay.
I could definitely see you losing your arm as like a likely thing that's gonna happen. I think
Wait.
it's good. I think it's a smart thing to buy.
Wait, but what will happen if I actually lose one of my arm and I got that robot arm? And what will happen if I transform to the large boarman?
Your body will
Dude,
transform around the arm, so it'll still, yeah, the arm will be
But it'll be a
itself,
ti-
but it'll
be a tiny little arm.
Yeah.
Tiny
Yeah,
little
your
robot
big
arm
arm
on your
body.
big
So
Yeah.
body.
it's a giant boarman,
Yeah.
but one of
You're
my
like-
arm is a tiny little robot
Yeah.
You'd
arm.
be like a
Little
T-Rex.
toothpick.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing an arm coming out of your back.
Okay, fair enough. I still gonna buy it. I don't care.
All right, so
Okay.
the gentleman behind the
Marge
bar
bought a
does
yo-yo.
a yo-yo. Okay, gentleman behind the bar is a very large human. He's about 6'5". He's sitting there hunched over the desk. When you walk in and you picked out your purchases and come back to the counter, he just kind of looks up. He appears to be working on like a puzzle or something, or in his notebook. He just looks up at you and just, all this
Hi
this
there.
is it.
Yeah, we're just making a couple purchases as we're coming around. Hey, you guys don't have any sort of discount for a first-time buyer, do you, hon?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Nah.
Yep.
Wow, my left gold is 888.
Anything
So
else?
good.
No, I'll just take my yo-yo and go. Thank you. You've been a pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you think we can find a blacksmith, the dwarf blacksmith, to upgrade our weapon to +1?
Dwarf blacksmiths. That's a good joke.
What?
Ha, I agree. Why is that such a good joke again?
What? You got problem with dwarf?
You're not from around
Why is
here,
it
are
joke?
you?
Like I said, we're
Uh,
traveling through. That's why you should have given us that first-time buyer's discount. We're very wealthy aristocrats from across the way. We were looking to make some big purchases, but we don't think we see a whole lot here we like.
Roll persuasion. Or actually,
Oof.
change that. Roll deception, because you're not really aristocrats. And that's probably more accurate. You'll get a
Yeah.
second chance at it anyway. There you go. Yeah. Oh, aristocrats. Lots of money.
Oh, you have no idea. We have a train of people outside. That's where we're actually keeping. We're just in here, looking around to purchase a little something. You rich people don't walk around with all the money on them. Only stupid people do that,
You don't say. All right.
Give you, how about 100 gold pieces off?
Wait, for each of us?
Yep.
Wow, for real? No way. That only cost me
Yeah,
30 gold.
He's doing a good business deal there, Gruzak. You know, we talked about
Wow.
this the other day because we're gonna come back and buy more for our entire friend group out there, right?
He leans
Gruzak?
in. He leans in and he goes like this.
Ah.
He just kind of with one finger tells you to come in closer.
You gonna
I
shop
don't really like to
here
come-
and only here?
Wait, wouldn't
Well, I
Gruzak just
have
be
other
laughing
needs. Do you make
hysterically right
food?
now?
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, I'm laughing. Of course.
So I'm guessing you don't have I'm guessing you don't have my brand of hair product here, and you probably don't have the best food. So I'm gonna have to shop other places.
For weapons. Shop here for weapons. Don't go to the dwarves. If you do that, I'll always give you a discount.
Oh, is that right? Well, I
So
mean,
there's
I probably wouldn't want to
actually-
go to the dwarves anyways, right? Like, what kind of stuff do they have that's worth value?
It's a long
Yeah,
walk.
is there
Hold on.
actually some dwarf shop here? Are they allowed to do that? Dwarf.
If you want to visit the farmland, no dwarves
Well,
are
you know,
allowed
let
to
me just-
smelt inside the city walls.
Well, why don't you just tell us where they are so we know where not to go? Because I wouldn't want to go visit no stinky dwarf area. I heard they're bad blacksmiths anyways.
Out in the farms, they've got blacksmith shops out there. They serve their own
There's a lot
people.
of farms out there, isn't there? That's not
Okay.
very helpful or descriptive.
All right, here.
He pulls out a map and he circles it and he tells you that the dwarven blacksmithing is right in this area here. Tells you that they are grouped together in a series of buildings, different businesses.
Mhm.
Oops. And they are operating on permits that are given to them by the human government officials inside of the city. And you're not sure why they do
Cool.
this.
Sure. Well, you've been a wonderful help. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow with our cohorts, and we'll definitely we need some outfitting. You know, we're heading up the coast there. We need the best equipment if we're gonna head up that way. Lots of dwarves up there, and we gotta protect ourselves, right?
Yep,
Now, thanks. Now, bye bye.
yep.
Then he goes back just his puzzle.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Perfect. We got the information we needed and the little discount. Like it. Hey, Grezlock, right this way. Why don't we go try out that new anchor, chain anchor of yours? Oh wait, did he buy the whole thing, or do we need it assembled still? Right? He just bought the chain.
It's a
and,
simple
other stuff.
assembly. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about
Okay.
extensive time on that. I'd say we just kind of gets put together. I
Okay.
will say though that the three different groups now are kind of reconvening back at the square. Interestingly enough, for two of the groups, as you guys return to the square, there's also a market here. You do see Fram and Kibble outside with a group of followers. They've taken off their heavy suits of armor and their white and black robes and are now replacing them with colorful robes that Ponk would wear.
Oh wow, you guys have been busy, haven't you?
Sure have been, bro. Sure have been. Spreading the word. Getting the vibe out there.
Did you go ahead and take communion yet? Or the tithe, whatever they call it. Punk doesn't like all those darn coins, right?
Oh, bro, we're way above that stuff. Coins are just a tool to help us spread Punk's love.
Right.
Roll perception check
Did you?
for the whole party. I want to see what you notice next. Because there is a column of soldiers. They appear to be dressed in royal garbs. They're moving through the marketplace towards the commotion that's unfolding. Marge, you notice that there is a dwarf in attendance with this party, though the person at the head of the column is a human, and they are wearing what appears to be some kind of crown. that is made from iron.
Which I wonder if it's
They're over here. They're just about to pass Rygg. And I would say with that perception check, Marge, you would notice that the dwarf in attendance with the humans in the column takes a particular fancy towards Rygg. And they have, I'm going to let you roll insight with advantage. Because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to reduce the difficulty of the check by 5.
Oh, that's good.
That passes. You do notice that the dwarf is like super uncomfortable with Rygg there, and like they recognize Rygg and are like,
Gruzlock, why don't you go grab our friend over there? I pat Gruzlock on the back and point over at Rygg.
This dwarf is older, be a little bit older than Rygg, actually. Actually, I'd say a considerable amount of years. And Rygg is about 100, 150. This dwarf is probably around the 250 range.
Sure.
The column marches in through the marketplace, and the crowd clears for them, just like a parting sea. And as they approach, the leader, the human leader, comes up to Fram and says, "Who are you to create such a fuss in my city?"
Creating a fuss, bro. I'm spreading the word. You can call me Fram. You can call me Punk. You can call me whatever your heart desires, bro. Reach inside and find yourself.
Look around you. He kind of motions to the city. This is a city built from iron. The great Jelena, wielder of the great hammer, forged this city long ago with the dwarves. Now, the dwarves were weak, and they were greedy. And so our people came in and we have taken over. I see no reason to worship your god when Jelena has her place here. She has chosen us to take over, as she does every time there is a new turn of power.
Maybe she's a good god for the guards, but for the people will always follow the god who serves them. Maybe Jelena's just a part of Punk's big plan. Maybe we all are, bro. Maybe we're all just little tiny ants in the dance of the universe. You ever think about that?
Okay, as you say this, one of the sergeants under what appears to be the king's command walks up to you and tries to strike you across the face with a backhand for disrespecting the king.
Wait, where are we now? Are we regrouped yet?
Almost.
Yeah, we're all right here.
Yeah, you're all right there in the marketplace. Let's see if he hits.
Okay.
A 5. Fram just kind of dodges out of the way, and the guy gets real flustered, and the king says, "Enough. You do not need to strike him. I shall talk him down. I am the king." And the sergeant kind of backs away. And he comes up to Fram and says, "Enough of this nonsense. I will not have it. Jelena is the sole deity in Stoneguard. It will not change. If you want to practice your silly druidic nonsense, practice it outside the city with the poor dwarves. Is that understood?"
Silence me, bro, but you can't silence people's hearts.
Okay, roll a persuasion check when you say that. 18 passes. The people in attendance with you, they decide that they're going to follow you if you go outside the city.
Wait, the dwarf?
Nope, they're humans from the church. Well, some of them are dwarves and humans, but they're all going to follow Fram if he leaves the city. They're not allowed to practice the worship of Ponk inside the city walls. They have to take that outside.
So Fram successfully convinced some people, some human in this city to worship with Punk.
The people that were in the church at the time of him being present there, yes.
Oh,
Right, Fram. We gotta go outside the walls for a little while, cats and kittens. But don't worry, because Punk's love will take the city bit by bit. That's where the future is.
Okay.
Mine is in the past.
As this conversation is unfolding, the dwarf that's sort of kind of now moving further behind the column is like looking over their shoulder towards Rygg. Rygg, roll a perception check. You don't notice. Marge,
Do
roll
I
a
notice?
You could also roll because you're standing there, and I want Marge to roll and Gruzlock.
Wait, roll what? Roll
Perception.
perception? Okay.
Kamaji notices.
This isn't something Fran would notice, though, right?
Okay.
No, not Fram.
Yeah.
Marge
If
notices. and
If
Gruzlock.
Kamaji notices, I can nudge Rygg to make him notice.
Okay.
I can poke him, and be like, hey, guys, eyeing you down. What's the deal here?
So you can say that to Rygg, and then what would Rygg say?
That's mighty unusual to have a dwarf looking at me.
And I kind of try to make eye contact back at the dwarf, and I just kind of give him like a, "What's going on?" kind of face.
Do you know them?
I don't. If I was even in the city as a child, it would have been as a baby, and I don't remember it. My memories are in the woods far outside.
The dwarf immediately looks away when you lock eyes with him. The king has said everything he wants to say to Fram. He then turns his column, and they're now marching outside the city past you. They're going on some kind of, outing in the countryside.
They're gone now. Are some of the Ponk worshippers still around?
The Ponk worshippers are also kind of leaving to go outside the city so that they can practice their druidic rites. But one last thing is the dwarf has whispered something to one of the guards and is hanging behind. He's sort of, you can roll insight if you'd like, but he's now moving over to the marketplace and kind of doing some shopping.
All of us, or just Fram?
Everybody could roll this.
Okay.
Because you noticed him.
Shit. 11.
Kamaji and Fram and Marge, you notice that he's stalling for time. He's clearly trying to just trick the people that he was present with so that they leave and they don't notice what his real intentions are. After the column leaves, he turns over to Rygg, rushes up to him and says, "Now, you're Rygg, aren't you?
That's right.
You look
How
like...
do you know who I am?
You're the spitting image of your father. You're not safe here, boy. I was your father's best
happy.
friend."
My father didn't mention having a best friend outside of me.
Well, I'm going to admit to you, we had a falling out a long time ago. Some 225 years, I reckon. It don't matter anymore. What matters is...
Yeah, time don't mean much to me.
You do know who your father was, don't you?
Happy. That's all I know.
Your father was the king of this city, Rygg. Before the Outlanders took over and poisoned your mother and killed off your brother and your sister.
I had a brother and a sister.
You had a whole family, boy. It was me that...
Damn.
Yeah. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you all that, but I think you should rightly know. Every moment you spend inside these city walls, well, it could mean the end of your days.
I mean, I'm a dwarf in this country at this time. Anywhere I go, at the end of my days.
Why don't you meet me at the Poor District Tavern down there? His name is Hardley's.
Right, Heartless?
Let's meet at midnight.
I reckon I'll be there. Should I bring any of my friends?
Sure, but might be best if they sit at a different table or at least make themselves inconspicuous, because if anyone finds out that you're here, well, you and I are as good as dead. Heads on the chopping block, if you catch my drift.
I'll make sure that Gruzlock and Fram stay behind.
All right, very well. Now you take care of yourself and stay hidden now, you hear? I gotta get going. I gotta catch up to the king before they suspect something. He just immediately runs off down the street to catch up with the column. Now you guys are left there. Kamaji, you just overheard something, a startling revelation. You know that Rygg's father did live, but his family was killed.
So Rygg's father bring Rygg out of this city when he's just a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
this
he was
is like couple hundreds ago.
But he was the king.
Yeah, he was the king.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Now, as you guys are discussing this, I need all of you, Marge included, to roll a perception check with disadvantage, and that's it. I'll let you know. It's a very difficult check to pass, but we'll see what happens here.
Wait, what we need to roll? Sorry.
Perception with disadvantage.
Okay, disadvantage. Okay. I guess.
The startling revelation is too much, and you don't notice anything else happening within the marketplace. What do you want to do?
So something's happening, but we just don't know.
You just don't know.
Come on, Gresslock, let's go over to the group. It seems like some sort of commotion has happened. We missed some stuff. It's all these crazy worshippers over here. Rygg looks like he just saw a ghost.
I reckon I did.
Yeah, wait. I'm not sure. I don't remember it very clearly, but I remember I need to stay with Rygg to protect his ass, I guess.
Okay.
You can stay with me and protect my ass now. At midnight, I only need people who can keep a low profile.
Who was that dwarf you were talking to?
Apparently, you knew my pappy back in the olden days. It was some sort of king or something. I don't really know how city folk work.
Whoa. Hey, those are some pretty big words. That's a goofy story you're talking about there. Hey, how about we all go outside of town and we reconvene, huh? That sounds like a great idea, right, guys? Fram, over here, honey.
Yeah, wait.
Are you ready to accept Punk into your heart?
We can talk about that outside of the city. I've got this great idea.
Wait, what's
Yeah,
the...
well,
So you do have the
Here you
potions
go.
that cure madness.
Marge is
Give the
also
potions
like
out.
scanning the area around. Like one of my feats I took was alert, and part of Marge's character backstory is that she's constantly on the lookout for people like out to get her because she's worked a vigilante lifestyle for a lot of her life. So she's very keen on.
Yeah, so
right now. This is a high area, not a good spot to be.
Are we cure our madness yet?
Yeah.
Yep, Kamaji gives them to you, I guess.
I've got some potions here for you boys.
I will-
Grislock, drink this.
Do you know what's in that stuff? Where'd you buy that?
I bet you can't drink this, Grislock. I bet you won't be at the drinking contest, and you're gonna lose.
Nice. So
I'm not even gonna try to stop him.
Madness.
Did you hear that, East?
Hear what?
I said, I bet you won't drink this. It's a drinking contest, and you're gonna lose. This little bottle here.
And I was gonna tell you should think about what you drink before you put it in your body, but I don't think it matters what I say.
That's bad, like 100 copper. Drink it.
I will take your 100 copper.
Face palms.
I don't believe in money, but I'll take it.
Oh, these boys, they'll just eat or drink anything without thinking about it. One thought.
You know what?
Mushrooms, drinking potions.
I got plus for you. I will drink this on this pork. I put the portion on the pork and eat the pork.
That's a great idea.
And,
Your intelligence never ceases to amaze me, Grislock.
You should drink these potions.
Yeah.
That's what Punk would want.
Everyone got a potion, right?
It's for the glory of Punk. I'm in, my bros.
Okay.
Punk, Kibble. Drink it for Punk.
Oh, okay, sure.
I feel so well.
I'll do anything for Punk. Like anything.
And he drinks it, chugs it.
Oh,
This
my
tastes like
Punk.
poor pea.
My entire life is a lie.
Oh no!
Wait.
What are you talking about now?
I
Whoa, wait.
need to get out.
Wait, you cut out.
Just get out of the city.
Wait, what's...
Are you doing that on purpose, or you just cut out your mic?
No,
Marge-
he has thought he was literally Punk, and now
Yeah.
he suddenly realizes that was all madness, and he does not know what to do.
Oh
Marge,
shit! Oh
The glass ceiling shatters for all of us one day, honey. Here, come on. We need to get out of town now. We can all think about this outside of town.
Yeah, but what about the other?
Tries to usher the team.
The other
Outside
worshippers.
of town, you
Okay. I'm going.
All right, you guys are gonna go this way. We're gonna go back through the.
Sorry, Kibble.
That's okay. People always cut me out.
Oh,
It's fine.
I was out of character. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You guys go back across the island and then over this way. And when you get to here, you do notice the tavern sign, Hardly's, just over the door. You hear a commotion inside. It's a bunch of dwarves, raucous dwarves, drinking merrily and having a good time. Yeah.
Digging holes.
This is digging holes. This is the tavern that you're supposed to meet Rygg's father's friend at. You haven't gotten his name yet.
Is it like what time is it now? Is it the time like midnight, like when we said?
No, it's like just after dinner time, maybe around 8.
This is it. In a few hours, I'm gonna learn about a pappy and my history. I ain't never had no history before.
We're
Not sure
outside the
about
city, right?
You're not outside the city quite yet. You're just looking at the tavern. The tavern's name is called Hardly's.
Okay. I'm gonna leave here.
You're gonna go in there? Live there. You're supposed to meet Rygg's father's friend at Hardly's at midnight. You can get a room in Hardly's if you want to sleep there. It's up to you. You're just not allowed to practice Ponk worshipping within the city.
Where's the poor mages tavern? Mages Guild?
The Poor Mages Guild. Yes, let me get that up on the map for you.
Yeah, when Kamaji goes to the Mages Guild, Marge would be incentivized to follow him on that thing. Did you find out anything about those mushrooms? Hey, Kamaji, did you find out anything about those mushrooms over there at the Mages Guild? I wanted to go with, but someone had to keep an eye on our friend over here.
They're a bit of dickheads, to be honest, and incompetent ones at that. They don't seem to have any grasp of magic beyond the simple cantrip. Although they seem very keen to keep all knowledge away from everybody else. So I'm kind of hoping that perhaps we could. Also, I found it's illegal to sell these mushrooms inside the city limits, so I'm hoping perhaps we could strike a deal with the Poor Mages Guild, as everybody seems to call it, unoriginally so. Perhaps we could sell them or give them magic mushrooms in order to help their progression along and perhaps gain entry and acceptance by them.
Well, sure.
Perhaps we can bring forward a new era for dwarves in their home city.
It seems like what doesn't seem to be illegal here in this city. There's some nefarious stuff underfoot. Seems like the mirror a lot of the issues that I had back in my home city. I don't know. Maybe we can find some good answers at that poor guild like you're talking about. It seems like most of the time you're gonna get your answers from those seedy streets, anyways. At least in my experience.
Seems to me that the more you get people together, the more nefarious things tend to happen. Nothing like this used to happen in our small town growing up, but the more I see these so-called cities, the more I see the evil in people. I think Rygg might be he might be onto something talking about city folk.
Like what is up with that lately?
I mean, he considers me a city folk, which I mean, to you, I'm a country bumpkin.
Yeah, we are country folk.
So you guys are making your way over to the Mages Guild. I just want to point out that you do notice that the sign says it's been written poor over the top of Hammercast. The Hammercast Guild is the actual name of this Mages Guild. But the politics here, the nobles, the humans, they want it known that this is, they're always trying to degrade the dwarves. And they do it very visibly here. Okay?
Degrade? What's degrade?
They're always trying to put down the dwarves. You know, they're always making fun
What?
of them.
Like genocide?
No,
No.
not that extreme. Nothing that egregious, but
Okay.
they're
Just
just
So we're
general
trying to, like,
racism.
They
Yeah.
bind them
Cancel
on the
them.
They bind them on the anchor. Wait, what? They're trying to kill them with the giant Greg hammer, right?
yeah.
No, that was just a very
that was
extreme
different.
form of
Yeah.
corporal punishment. That was them just being really into their god.
That was more just that has to do with the religion. But just the dynamics here are that the Outlanders have taken over the government in Stoneguard, and they mistreat the dwarves fairly significantly. They've pushed them out of the city limits, and now they're the ones responsible for doing all the hard labor. And it's a pretty egregious situation, and it does
On that
affect
note,
Rygg personally.
is it like all like dwarf? Is there any like Underdark dwarf, like Drager dwarves around, or is it just dwarves, or like mountain dwarves, or what?
Mountain
type of
dwarves,
dwarf, I guess.
hill dwarves,
Ye old dwarves,
mm-hmm. Ye old dwarves,
Lord of the Ring dwarfs.
Snow White dwarves. Yeah, just the regular
Snow
over
White
Earth
dwarf?
dwarves. I was just joking.
Hi ho, hi ho. You see them in the mornings, trailing off to the mountains.
Yeah, just your standard, sub races of dwarves that are living up on the over Earth. No under Earth.
We need a revolution.
Starting to seem that way. Okay, you guys go into the Mages Guild. When you enter the Mages Guild, this place is run by all dwarfs, and maybe one or two humans who sympathize with the dwarven situation. There are those that sympathize.
Wait, where? The Mage Guild?
This is the other Mages Guild. It's called Hammercast, or the Poor Mages Guild, as it is known by the humans who run the city.
This is outside the city.
It's inside it, but it's in the poor district.
Do I sense any hostility towards any apprehension towards myself being a drow there? Once again, have I seen another drow at all?
You have not. And let me see if they notice, because you are cloaked. They don't notice. They do notice that you're cloaked and find it suspicious, but they don't know that you're a drow yet. And they just kind of look toward Kamaji, since he's the one that appears to be more open, just the way he's dressed. Ah, there. So, nice to meet you. What can we do for you?
They're talking to me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Marge takes like a step back and goes, kind of coughs under her breath.
I'm just eating pork.
Hi there. We were just hoping we could maybe step inside and chat for a moment. I know it's starting to get late, but we were hoping perhaps we might be able to assist one another.
Well, sure. All manner of individuals and belief systems are welcome in Hammercast Guild. Now, I can tell you that we're not, we're a little busy at the moment, and we seem to have stumbled on a new research opportunity that has been sort of preoccupying us as of lately. I hope you don't mind if you give me just a few more minutes to make sure that my compatriots in the back are well taken care of and not getting themselves in harm's way.
Oh no, you take your time. Go back there. We'll wait right here for you.
Yeah, not a problem at all. But perhaps we might be able to assist one another in said research opportunities. So we are somewhat as scholars in the arcane arts ourselves.
Well, you don't say. Well, why don't you come on back with us then? He takes you in the back room. When he opens the door, you see three other dwarves around sort of like this cauldron. And they're all trying to move the liquid around inside of it. And they're actually starting to cast, is it create water? What is that cantrip?
Conjure water?
Yeah, they're basically moving the water around the cauldron. And yeah, it looks cool. It's kind of like Avatar, waterbenders, it's reshaping it.
Before Marge crosses the threshold, do I see this through the doorway, or do I have to enter the room to see that?
No,
Marge wouldn't just
you see
enter.
Yeah, you see it when he opens the doorway. You've not entered yet.
Okay, I'd like to at least check my look around first to see anything nearby suspicious. Marge is a
Kamaji-
very cautious character, would not enter a
Kamaji
building.
completely trusts them and waltzes right in without even checking his surroundings.
Marge is not. Yeah, Marge waits, watches Kamaji go in, looks to the left, looks to the right, make sure nobody is like watching them go in,
Perception check.
and then will reluctantly go in a second. Where is?
I'm gonna just being loud and eat pork.
Oops.
You
So
check.
people, well,
Yeah. Well, are you with them? Did you go to the
What's that?
Mages Guild, or are you back at the tavern with Fram and Rygg?
oh, we spread out again.
I think you did. Yeah.
I'm not actually sure, like, what my teammate will tell me to do. We'll probably just follow.
I think
Because now I
Kamaji.
lose my madness.
Well, you're also like at a tavern. I feel like you'd be pretty preoccupied with drinking.
Yeah, I feel like
Alright, I'm gonna stay there
Yeah.
drinking and eat
Okay.
pork.
I'll be right back
And
to the
see
tavern
with
scene.
Friend.
Cool.
Friend with me, right? Friend is at the tavern.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bram is
Fram
Okay.
probably drinking their sorrows away.
Yeah.
Having some big, life moments today. Real
So
highs and real lows.
yeah, seriously. So
What
as
about
you,
Rygg stay with us.
I think Rygg is at the
Unfortunate.
tavern. Yeah.
Probably
He's-
same boat.
yep.
He's scouting out, but he's also surrounded by two people he probably doesn't want to be around, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile,
'cause the guy
Grazlock just
says,
has
like,
all
make
his
sure
new
your friends-
toys.
Yeah, because he's like, if you have your friends there, make sure that they're not making a lot of noise. They're like the last two people he wants.
Yeah, and Grazlock's just like, look at my new toys.
Yeah, like he would
Oh,
totally
yeah.
trust. He trusts Kamaji. He would trust Marge, but he would not trust Grazlock or Fram to keep a low profile.
I'm show
Makes
off
sense.
my chain battle
Makes total
axe in the
sense.
tavern.
Trust,
Oh,
trust
God.
Marge, who they just met over Grozlock and Fran in this case.
100%. Yeah,
How dare you!
yeah. Rygg is like sitting in the very far corner, very, very slowly nursing like a
Where's
flagon
Ki-
of ale.
We met
He's like-
each other from the same village, and then we have an adventure together. All this journey, and then you trust a new member above me.
Well, that's why. They know Grazlock too well.
All right.
There are
Okay.
certain things, Grozlock, that I trust you for. Running into battle first, barking like a dog at passers-by. But when it comes to keeping quiet, keeping a low profile in a tavern,
Barking like a dog.
okay. I trust other people. Not anything against you. I just know your nature. You wouldn't want me at a place where you gotta shake a lot of hands and calm people.
Well, since we're in the tavern, while you guys are sitting there having this discussion, you see two large dwarves sitting at the bar. Each of them are drinking a tankard. One looks over to the other and he goes, "Hey, Frank." "Oh, yeah? Are you drunk?" "Hardly." And then they just take the tankards back and they down them all. And he looks over to the bartender and goes, "Hey, you drunk?" "No, hardly." That seems to be like the tavern phrase here. And that's why it's called Hardly's.
Well, who talking to us?
Yep.
And Fram is sitting across the table. He's currently curled up in like the fetal position on his chair. He's got like an empty glass, and he just keeps doing Eldritch Blast to put communal wine in it and swirls it around and looks at it.
Oh, it's
Wait, what?
funny.
He's having an
You-
existential crisis.
Wait, what? You
I can't
put your
believe-
Eldritch Blast in your wine?
Eldritch Blast. So I shoot communal wine from my hands as one of my cantrips. So I'm putting that into a glass, and I'm like looking at it. Can't believe I thought it was Punk. I was led astray. Punk, I'm sorry, bro.
One of the dwarves notices your distraught state and walks over to you. "You look like you need a beer, friend. Here, on me." Slides it over to you. "I know when someone's having a hard time, believe me. I've been having a hard time for the last 215 years. This damn city has gone to shit."
Who is this guy?
It's a random
Thank you,
dwarf.
brother.
It's
Name's
a
Fram.
random door.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
it's
Will-
just Fram, not Punk.
Oh, don't know what I was thinking.
Sometimes.
Wait, you
So
don't
just-
even. So a
Don't-
dwarf trying to talk to us, and
He kn-
friend didn't even respond.
Yeah, the dwarf noticed that Fram's having a hard time, so he bought him a free beer.
Ah, on a whole night. Wait, where's my free beer? I got
me to
hard
tell-
time too. I just
All
keep
right.
Tell me that,
laughing.
Tell me,
That's
friend, what's
so
your name?
hard.
Well, my name? They call me Timber.
Ah, the Timber, they call me Fram.
Pleasure to meet you.
What's the trouble there, Timber?
What's the trouble? So, kind of looks left, looks right, and I'll tell you what the trouble is. All these damn outlanders running this city. They weren't supposed to. It was supposed to be run by the old kings, our people. Well, those times are long gone now, so I suppose I better just put spit in my hand and get to felling trees. It's the only thing I can do to keep my mind off all this trouble.
Oh, that's heavy. Wish there was something I could do to help. Normally I'd suggest worshiping Punk, but I'm having a bit of a crisis. No, the
I'm
Punk's
telling
love is
you.
always with you.
I used to worship Jelena, but she forsook us. I see no reason to go and worship at that forge anymore.
You know what?
Oh, I'm
You
with ya.
should worship with Corwin. Let me tell you, dude. What Corwin will do in this situation, he will gather a revolution and kick their ass. This is your city. You need to kick the Outlanders' ass and take back what belongs to you. Your honor, your city, your home.
That sounds
your
like
children.
a good piece of advice. If I only had an army, friend. All I got is this old wood axe of mine that I've been using to fell them trees out there. And all to build those goddamn noblemen's houses in the noble district. Fucking sick of it as what I am. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit upset. Maybe I'll need to go and chat with my buddies over there. They've been waiting for me for a while. The rest of you fellers have a good evening. He just kind of walks away.
And
He didn't.
so Fram hops up and goes to the barkeeper, and he pulls out some coins. He's got a lot of money still.
Tell you what, friend. All the rounds of the evening are on me.
And he puts down just like a stack of coins.
I do the
when he goes
same,
back
and
over.
I say, "Oh, the pork is free for the dwarf," and I give like, how much it cost.
Okay, the bartender hands out a bunch of drinks. Everybody starts drinking. They finish the first round, and the bartender says, because of your generosity, he's going to give a free round for the whole bar. And then he yells out loud, he goes, "Hey, you fellers drunk yet?" And everyone in unison says, "Hardly."
Oh, it's fun.
And Rygg just shakes his head. So much for keeping a low profile.
We're going to move over to the Mages Guild. So you guys have just walked through. That perception check failed. You do
I'll be right
glance
back.
at the door frame. You don't notice any traps or any triggers that would, dump a bucket of hot acid on your face. You just walk in, and you see them huddled around this cauldron. Now, some of them are, playing with the water and with their cantrip. And you do notice like there's potions and other kinds of ingredients along the walls. And I would say there's a shelf that's kind of situated next to the cauldron, and there is a very bright mushroom on top of that shelf. And only one, a single cap. And it looks, roll a nature check for me, Kamaji and Marge, excuse me. This
All right, nat 20.
This is you've never seen this before. It's speckled with red spots.
Ooh.
It is larger than the other caps that you've seen, and it has a faint aura that's sort of surrounding it.
Larger than even the one that we saw the queen of that city eat that was also glowing really brightly?
No, nothing that powerful.
Well, it's definitely larger than I've seen then. Marge. So Marge leans over to Kamaji and whispers, "I've never seen one like that before. Have you?"
I've seen only one that was more vibrant and larger than that, and that was one that I witnessed the queen eat.
That one's called the Azure.
And did those Outlander guys, did they have anything like that over their hall?
Nope. They only had the blue buffalo caps as far as I can see, but they also seemed like they might have been the type to maybe keep something hidden from others. In fact, even the fact that they had the blue buffalo caps visible was an oversight on their part.
Maybe we should pay them a visit at some point. On our own time.
Perhaps. I am curious, though, if we can even transfer these mushrooms into gold here. We'll see, though. Allow me to take the lead.
Oh, of course, of course.
I don't want them to be startled by your appearance.
And the dwarf looks back towards
Marge
Kamaji. Oh, go ahead.
shifts back into the shadows a little bit and takes a step behind Kamaji.
Okay.
Offset into the back left.
Gotcha. The dwarf looks behind towards Kamaji. Well, come on in, and we're working on something that, well, we've never worked on before. See that right there? Points towards the cap. That's a species. Yeah. That's a species we've never seen before. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The way that we procured this was doing some trade with them Durgar dwarves down there in the Underearth. I don't really trust those fellers, but they were good on their word, and it did cost me a pretty penny, but I think it's going to give us that boost that we need to outperform that damn Mages Guild up there in the Noble District.
Wait, the Kibo not there?
No, it's just Marge and Kamaji. Kibble's with you guys at the tavern.
Okay.
He's over here.
Well, I appreciate you being forthcoming with that information. We just spent some time over at the other Mages Guild and found them to be quite exclusive and, frankly, a bunch of dickheads, if I do say so myself.
I couldn't agree with you more.
You sort seem at first glance quite a lovely bunch of individuals, and be frank, I'm very interested in studying the arcane arts, and we have recently come to travel from the Underdark. Now, since you were so forthcoming with your information, I would never go to the authorities and disclose that kind of information, even though you may be getting some trouble.
Indeed.
But my traveling companion behind me, and I nod for Marge to step forward, happens to be a drow herself, although she means you no harm. And
is that right? Are you certain? I've heard stories about those people that live down there in them caverns and all. They're not good. They don't have good endings to them stories.
No, don't worry about me. Just don't piss me off.
I'll try my best not to.
Now, we both are in possession of quite a fair few of mushrooms of different magical quantities.
No, we're back with our adventuring party, mind you. So don't try to rob us.
I wouldn't want to rob you. I'm really not that kind of character, actually.
You can never be too careful.
But we would
a drow after all.
I think true words have never been spoken. I remember when the late king, he trusted them Outlanders to come in and help, and look what happened. They took over the city. We lost our culture and our way of life.
Do you blame the king for that, then? Sounds like you have a bit of disdain there.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I think I do blame him. Other times I think that maybe he was doing the right thing, but trying to make connections with people in this world. I don't know, though. I think he just done and goofed. Now, Kamaji, are you really interested in perhaps selling those mushrooms of yours? I'd be interested in procuring them from you.
but the cost of me investing in this here Mages Guild comes with you sharing any and all information that you comes from your research, and I expect a continued welcoming for my patronage.
Well, sure thing. I can tell you right now that we've never had anyone ingest this particular species of mushroom, but we've come to give it a name. We call it the seal cube for its square shape. We supposedly, them Durgar found it in the second depth of the Underearth. We're just quite far down there, and I don't think I'd ever be trekking that way. Too many dangerous creatures.
Stay clear of that area.
They usually, you can find them, apparently. This is the information from the Durgar, but they grow in clusters of between 1 and 6, and they have a higher percentage chance for a mutation in the genetic makeup of your body, of course.
Have any of you folks eaten one of these mushrooms, or is this the only one in your possession?
This is the only one in our possession. Well, we pooled all our resources together just to buy it in hopes that maybe we could, unlock some kind of powers and, maybe eventually one day rise up and take our city back for ourselves, for the dwarves.
Well,
that's quite a goal.
Since you've shared with us what you know, I'll share with you what I know and what I'm willing to give to y'all. Now, I myself have consumed one of these con death caps, as have quite a few members of our party. These con death caps happen to give power up to a third level of magic, which some possess and some do not. It seems you need to learn this magic on your own. The mushrooms do not give it to you inherently. Now,
that's right.
Based on the quantity in which these mushrooms are found to grow in the clusters, seems to be an inverse relationship to their power. So it would venture to guess that these seal cube mushrooms you have are of one tier greater than our con death caps, being that they're found in groups of 1 to 6, whereas the con deaths are found in groups of 1 to 7.
Sounds about right to me.
In our possession, we have one of the con death caps, one of the next tier below, which we have found to be called Samu caps. We have 2 of the first tier mushroom called the Tamp caps, and 13 of the blue buffalo caps, which give access to very basic spells that can be cast as many times a day as you wish.
All right. Well, why don't we write this down and maybe we can pool our resources together. I here have in my possession only a single seal cube, which I believe, according to my sources, is just a step higher than the con death caps of level 3. Now, I've got about 10, no, actually, I just got 5 more, 15 blue buffalo caps. I also got 10 Tamp caps. I've got 5 Samu caps and 5 con death caps.
But you guys are sitting pretty well then.
I'll be honest with you, we don't require any of your mushrooms. I'm trying to give you more so that you might spread your wealth of knowledge as the Mages Guild that you are among the Dwarven people and the people that stand for good in this city.
Well, I could tell that you're the kind that would stand for good yourself, so I couldn't just take them from you. I'd have to buy them off you. Now, I do have a small allowance of sorts that I could use to pay you for them. That's not going to be a lot, but it'll be enough to fill your belly and maybe find a good bed to sleep in.
Sir, I would much prefer you pay me with knowledge. I'd much rather give you my mushrooms to invest in your university here to make it better.
I see.
So that I may profit from the knowledge that you gain.
Well, perhaps we could call them each a value, and we'll use that value to contribute towards maybe the growth of this here guild. And that's when Dongon steps up and he says, "Oh, that would be rather interesting. I'm gonna say that
Holy
retroactively
shit,
he's
doggone,
with
where'd
you.
you come from?
Oh, I was just looking over there at the ingredients. Sorry, I didn't mean to sneak up on you, Marge. I do have a way of being sneaky
You
like
can't
that.
do to me. I've only known you a few days and you know I'm jumpy.
I know, I do realize
Wait,
that.
wait.
I apologize profusely.
Wait, I forgot a thing. Like, where the Kamaji got a bunch of mushroom, right? Where did those mushroom came from? Just from the we gathering?
Get
Just, yeah,
the
slowly gathering. We got them
Good venture.
various places.
And
Since the beginning, I've just been keeping track of what we had, and
so
yeah.
are we like you're trying to make a deal with the dwarf, right? Selling that mushroom.
yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
and-
invest in the Arcanum University.
Yeah, but do we have like a resource to just keep gathering the more mushrooms so we can just keep provide them mushroom, or we just got some and you're just gonna give them?
You don't have a resource. You'd have to steal them or make contact with the Durgar, who is in contact with the Hammercast Mages Guild. I will say this: that the dwarf
we do
is
know where we
Okay.
know where like there is some that grow. Like we know
True.
where the
Yeah, it's true.
where the one spot is,
It's just far away.
but it's very far away. Yeah, and you know we have hints about other spots, but also so far everybody that is gonna in the party that's gonna do magic has already eaten one of the mushrooms of the highest level. And so, and even you have eaten one of the blue buffalo caps. So all the blue buffalo caps are completely useless to our party at this point, other than as a trade resource.
Mhm.
And really all the mushrooms that we currently own are useless to the party except for as a trade resource.
Unless you want to like have it be a right initiative for followers of Ponk, so they can all create their own, I don't know,
Oh
Ponk
god.
juice or something.
I mean, but
One learns the Ponk cantrip.
but it only applies. It's still like you still have to know how to do magic. Like eating the mushrooms doesn't give you the inherent
Right.
ability.
I'll tell you what, Kamaji, is what we're gonna do, because I can't accept just taking all this valuable goods from you without you receiving some kind of payment. How about I induct you into the Mages Guild, Hammercast Mages Guild? Please don't call it the Poor Mages Guild. I'm quite sick of that reference. And you could be a business partner of sorts. Dongon's like, oh, do you think that perhaps I could also get in on this? I'd be happy to partake in a contribution. I suppose so. I think that sounds like a good idea, but I have heard word that you were in association with the Noble Mages Guild. Only a loose attachment of sorts. One of my backers does support the Noble Mages Guild, but after, seeing what is really going on here, I think I'd rather give my attention to you fellas. Well, we mildly appreciate that if you did so. And so they come to an agreement, they write up a contract, and you guys are going to go ahead and give over your mushrooms to them. And in exchange, it's going to count towards the gold cost to open the Arcanum University. Now, this could be a very controversial move, because if the Poor Mages Guild is able to open a university before the Noble Mages Guild, that's going to create a fuss in the city. But we'll see how that plays out, I guess.
Are they gonna allow that? Are the Outlanders
I don't know.
gonna allow that?
I don't know. It might be an underground university to start, so people won't know about it.
My thinking is that depending on, like, they have access. Did you hear the mushrooms that they have? Like, they have like enough to have like a lot of like level 3 casters and one level 4 caster. That's like fireballs and shit. Like if the people, the Noble Mages Guild only has cantrips like they seem to have. Like,
they got their good stuff on lock somewhere.
Dude, I don't know though, but like maybe, but like a bunch of fireballs is gonna really turn the tide in a fight, especially against people that have never seen magic like that. Like if
True. Though something that we don't really know about is there's an underlying storyline here that we haven't touched on at all, in that we don't know why the king initially asked for help in the first place and why the Outlanders came in. So, like, what if the Outlanders are the bad guy? What were the bad guy that they replaced? Like, are they the lesser of two evils, and are we going to do bad by trying to oppose them? Kind of a
Yeah,
deal?
I think it's just like for us, at least, like the people that grew up in Fengrove, at least.
Yeah.
Like, Outlanders have always just equaled bad. Like,
Yeah, they're
Outlanders are
jerks.
bad people. So we don't even have any. Like, the fact that they're there just like to us signifies that they were evil, and the fact that like it's also we know that like Rygg's dad was a king and got like usurped basically in some way. Like, it all just seems so bad that we're just like too blinded to really ask the why, I think, at least for
Yeah,
us. But
they're
I mean, that's
jerks.
totally a valid question for Marge to be thinking, I think. And like I think the rest of the party is just not gonna even consider that the Outlanders could possibly be the lesser of two evils.
Sure.
Yes, listen to me, Marge. You know nothing about Outlander. They're jerk. They're dick. They need to be made to the sausage. Let's bunk them. You know, let's kick their
I know.
ass. Get rid
I know
of
they
them.
give my friends lots of problems, and that's all I need to know is that I don't like them all that much.
We're still waiting Wait, who is that NPC? The dwarf NPC we are waiting.
Oh, that is Rygg's father's friend. He's like 225 years old. He's been in the city since the overtaking or the usurping of Rygg's father.
How long actually does that thing happen? The city got taken by the Outlander.
That was 200-ish. Well, so no, it'd be like 150 years, 125 years probably. Is that right?
Yeah, it's however old Rygg is, basically, because his parents fled with him as a baby.
Yeah.
Or maybe slightly before, maybe he was born out in the woods. Rygg doesn't know.
Before we flip back, can we just heck, how much gold was that I donated in the mushrooms?
Yeah, so
like I'm just curious how close I am to the 5K goal I'm trying to reach.
Sure. So I just wrote it out in the chat. So the first one is the blue buffalo caps is 100. I'm gonna let you do the math. I'll tell you the numbers.
Wait, that's
100 per cap.
Wait. But that's what they have, not what I'm.
I'm sorry. You're right. I don't know why I did that. Tell me how many. Here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna write them out because it'll be simpler that way. I don't know why I just did that. I'm getting tired, I guess.
Do you want me to write them out because I have the information in front of me?
If you have it, yeah. So blue buffalo caps are going to be 100 gold pieces per cap. Tamp caps are going to be 200 gold pieces per cap.
Okay.
Samu caps are 300.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Con death caps are 400.
Okay. That's all that I have.
That's all you got. Okay.
Okay, so blue buffalo is 1,300. The tamp caps are another 400. Another 300, and then right, Rygg. Everybody ate con death cap that's gonna do magic, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm selling it. 700.
So remember, he doesn't give you the coin; it just counts towards the value for the research.
Yeah, I know.
Which is
it's 2,400 gold. I'm gonna add 600 gold of my own.
Okay.
Bring it to an even 3,000 gold. Donated.
Awesome.
You donate them all?
It's a good progress on that.
So you donate the mushroom for free for them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to take I want to take wizard levels. I'm cool with my next level being a rogue level at level 5, but after that I really want to take wizard levels for the next 6 levels. And the only way I can do that is by investing 5,000 gold into this, which will have other benefits as well, but it'll also unlock the wizard class. So that's basically what I'm trying to do.
I'm going to say that Dongon puts his hand on your shoulder, Kamaji, and he says, "May I speak with you over here in the corner, please?"
Why yes.
I just wanted to apologize. I realized that I'd been doing business with the wrong side of town, and I feel a bit ashamed by it. I hope you will forgive me. And I do hope that we'll have a long-standing business relationship with this Hammercast Mages Guild, which is obviously the better choice. I do want to say that I really did enjoy traveling with you through the Underearth. It's quite an adventure we had, and I think it's a bit sad to part ways, but I think it might be best if I stay here in this Mages Guild, just to make sure that everyone's safe, and I'm also quite curious about studying the more complexities of these caps.
I honestly couldn't agree more. I think having you here as a resource that we can call on and trust to oversee things a bit would be most valuable to all parties involved. And I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't our base of operations for a little while as well. We might end up needing the research provided by the Mages Guild in order to solve our issue with the Sunstone anyway.
Agreed. And I just wanted you to know that I enjoyed spending my time with you, Kamaji. You're a good cook, but you're an even better friend. And he gives you a big hug. And he's going to go ahead and move some of his belongings off. He's going to get situated and live here in the Mages Guild.
Yeah, I want it to be clear to him that it's like we're probably going to be around a while.
Of course.
In Stoneguard, I imagine, like in and out running adventures, but like this seems like the place where we're going to be able to get a lot of our goals accomplished, like via the suns. Like the Sunstone seems like our biggest thing, and like we have zero other leads other than it's magic, and we don't understand magic. So investing in a Mages Guild is why, like, not beyond my own selfish, like, I want to be a wizard. Like, investing in a Mages Guild seems like the best way to get the answers we seek. Especially one that already has access to a mushroom cap we've ourselves been unable to find. So that's another good start.
I must say,
and they're not racist.
True.
While Kamaji and I'm sorry, what's the name of the dragon?
Dongon.
While Kamaji and Dongon are having their like moment, like their nice sentimental moment, like corner, and Marge's just like standing over there talking to the other guy. So, Mages Guild, huh? That sounds like fun. No, not really for me. I have my own thing going on, but that's cool. You guys do you. This looks great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just making like really nonsensical small talk.
He's just kind of saying, "Yep, yeah, we like magic around here." He doesn't have too much to say.
Like, sort of like awkward, right? And Marge doesn't either.
He's fiddling his thumbs.
Right. So yeah, you guys do like the studying thing. That's cool.
Wait,
I'll take my own way.
I do like it. Okay.
So can we have any help from here to for the Great Dwarf underground?
There is
maybe
the Dwarves and Hammercast Mages Guild do have a contact from the Underearth, but it's a very long journey to get back there. It's like 4 or 5 days, I guess.
And they probably don't have army, right? They got like slaved by the Outlander.
Who doesn't have army? The dwarves in Stoneguard? Yeah, they don't have an army.
Yeah.
They don't have an army at all.
So
you're
how
like,
can they help?
well, like you're basically getting into a resistance group. So like an underground resistance movement that's hoping to eventually overthrow the Outlanders that are leading the government in Stoneguard.
Resistance group, like
a resistance. Yeah.
Fighting the government.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
East brings up an interesting point though. Like, if we were able to, like, maybe not necessarily like save Rivers Crossing in the conventional sense, but convince the Dwargar there to leave the city, leave their opponent at full strength, so that then their opponent attacks, or I mean the other Dwargar, or the other city with the vampire matron. What's that city called again? The
Viln.
Whirlpool City.
Yeah, just call it Viln. It's fine.
Viln.
Yeah. Viln
Like
Darstill.
that city would then attack Rivers Crossing, thinking that it was decimated, but they just walked in and took up defenses. So that would effectively pull the old switcheroo. Meanwhile, they just steal all the mushrooms from their last spot, help this resistance group take back Stoneguard, and then just like have the Durgar and the above surface dwarves living together in Stoneguard, and then
Interesting
eventually
idea.
coming back to power, and then taking back their city at Rivers Crossing as one.
I think you guys should write.
Forge.
I think I should write these strategies down and consider them, because that's a really cool idea, and I think that could have some greater implications about the politics in this region of the world.
But then the major thing that would happen is we'd if we could get the Durgar here, it would help save their city in the long run, because their city would not have to put up with a fight. Like, they would just give it away basically in order to come back and take it another day. And what they'd also be doing is stealing the mushrooms out from their noses, funneling them here to create like a power vacuum with magic in Stoneguard, and that would give the edge to us.
Interesting idea.
Wait,
I love it. I really love it.
Wait. Sorry, I'm confused. So we want to help both of the dwarf, the Overearth dwarf, the Stoneguard dwarf, and the Grey dwarf Underearth.
Yeah. So what he's saying is, oh, go ahead.
They both have problems. How are we gonna save them both?
Up until now, I had kind of just assumed that Rivers Crossing was doomed, and that we had done everything we could.
No.
But you keep bringing it up, and that made me think that maybe we're not doomed. We just have to convince them to abandon their city, which is a hard sell. But if we can convince them to do that, they might be able to
the Overearth, and they can come here.
We could create an alliance, a Dwarven alliance.
Yeah.
We just like
they can worship with the Overearth dwarf, the Stoneguard dwarf, and then they can have a revolution together to take back the Stoneguard.
Yeah.
But remember that the history that the dwarves used to be one species a long time ago. They split off. Some came to the Overearth, the others stayed in the Underearth. And they do have somewhat of a rivalry between them. So the check would be difficult to convince them, but I think this is a solid plan.
I mean, it would definitely be difficult, but I think they're already backs against the wall. If they're not already dead, they might already even be dead. Who knows? At this point, they're probably at least under siege. So, like, honestly, the more their backs are against the wall, the more this plan will work.
They need something to believe in, like Ponk or Fram, is what chat says.
The greater alliance together.
Sweet, I love it. I think this is a great plan. Well, I think next time we'll suss out how to do that.
Yeah, we could talk about it in character too, and I also think we should spend some time here because we still haven't resolved the Sunstone, and
you haven't gone to the Forge yet.
I know that. What's that?
You also haven't visited the Forge, which is supposedly where you can do all that.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and like, I have another idea about how I can make the last 2 grand in the city. I think we have like so many plant parts. Like if I do some browsing of the potions, I can craft enough potions to get me over the hump.
Cool. It's great. I think we got some cool ideas here. I think we will leave. So next time we will start with the conversation between Rygg and his father's friend.
Oh, there you go.
I think that'll be a good place to start.
At midnight.
At midnight, yeah. But we'll go ahead and end the stream here. I'm gonna just play our outro song. And we will see you all next time. Have a great night and happy trails, everybody. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
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 GG.
I guess I couldn't stand it. Now I finally feel free as we explore this planet. Your help is what I need. Roll the dice and make your move. I've got nothing left to prove. I know that you will have my hand as we navigate this strange land. I know I was feeling trapped. What I needed was liberation. Now I know you got my back as we continue our exploration. Roll the dice and make your move. I've got nothing left to prove. I know that you will have my hand as we navigate the strange